are all randomly generated, and we've tested over 10,000 races to ensure no player has any advantage over another. Cheer on your racer as they scream down the winding city streets and through mysterious alternate worlds filled with dangerous traps and pitfalls. The first player to cross the finish line wins the biggest share of the prize pool. But don't worry, the top few finishes are also in the mix to win. The exact number of winners will change depending on how many players were in the race. The more players, the more winners. Rush Lane is live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so you can jump into the action anytime you want. Good luck out there, racers. Only on Rivalry.com.
3, 2, 1.
This is Keanu Reeves, and welcome to Rush Lane. Rush Lane is a new intense multiplayer racing game where you can compete against real players to win real money. Set in the towering crime-filled metropolis of Hub City, here champions put their life on the line for glory, power, and riches in the ultimate death race known as the Rush Lane. How does it work? Simple. Pay a small stake to jump into the next race. All the stakes go into the prize pool, so the more players, the more money there is to win. Once enough players join, the race is on. Races last just a couple of minutes and are fully automated. Rush Lane is driven by our unique physics-based randomness engine. Starting positions, track segments, and traps are all randomly generated, and we've tested over 10,000 races to ensure no player has any advantage over another. Cheer on your racer as they scream down the winding city streets and through mysterious alternate worlds filled with dangerous traps and pitfalls. The first player to cross the finish line wins the biggest share of the prize pool. But don't worry, the top few finishes are also in the mix to win. The exact number of winners will change depending on how many players were in the race. The more players, the more winners. Rush Lane is live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so you can jump
You barely made it.
Oh, no! Freeze! There's no escape!
Damn it, no ammo.
Stay there, I say! Surrender! This time luck isn't on your side!
Let's check it out.
Shit!
What the hell is that?
Oh, crap!
You missed, motherfucker! What the fuck is going on?
Wow, this must be my lucky day. The link is in the description box.
At muling nagbabalik ang World Finals ng Blast Premier. Kami nga palang kasis nyo si Dad Femin at si Sneaky Frog ang magkakover ng last best of 3 of the day, ang El Clasico para sa ating series natin. It's NaVi versus Vitality ngayon mga kaibigan. Simple versus Zaiwu para sa ating day number 1. We already have a banger ngayon sa pagsimula pa lang ng Blast Premier World Finals, Sneaky. At sa Abu Dhabi sila nalaban, doon sila magtutupos.
Yep, and we're already seeing some interesting picks from either side. Ano direct? Kaya pa Kaya pa mag-bet? Quick lang? Quick bet? Quick bet? Oh, quick bet, of course, brought to you by Rivalry.com. Two teams clashing together again and again this entire year. Pistol round, not to spin here.
Not Spitzer. Okay, GG. Kasi mabilis. Kasi simple yan.
Mabilisan daw.
I mean,
mabilisan.
Mabilisan. Very quick. I mean, as of late, si Perfecto nag-i-improve din. So, malay mo, magkaroon din siya ng pistol impact sa first and second pistol pa lang natin. So, you never know against Vitality, who again, they're coming off of a bit of a slump. After ng EPL championship win nila, natalo sila very early sa mga playoff bracket nila in both Rio and nung fall final. So ngayon, you can say the same as well for NaVi. Same result as well, pero wala pa rin silang championship masyado. Apart from yung is mga really major wins sila with SDY. But that was like a very long gap. Ngayon, ang laki pa rin ng slump nila. Sama pa rin nila sa SDY, pero may 6-man din sila. Si NPL, I don't know if he's playing ngayon. I haven't seen the caster cam or the cams for NaVi, but no. Who's this guy? Uy!
Maybe that is Timo. No way.
Wait, so are we getting both SDY tsaka si Naple?
Yep.
Who's out?
I think SDY might be out.
Yeah.
Di ako sure actually, pero
Yes, that's SDY's seat. Si SDY ngayon wala. Yeah.
oh, interesting.
Yeah, so, you know, parang same day in the office lang naman for Vitality. I mean, Zaiwu still pretty much top 3 player in the world. Top 2, I'd say, actually. Pero I think they have been struggling on a slump din. Like NaVi, have reached their peak, pero after that, they kind of didn't amount to much nung mga major natin.
Yep. That is for sure. Pero I know it is gonna be SDY out as the scoreboard on HLTV does kind of spoil it. Pero yun na nga, if you guys are on the same website as me right now, you're gonna see Perfecto ready and waiting. And I feel like our Chris is right. Tama yung guess niya. Somehow kabisado niya yung chair placement ng NaVi. Maybe that's just a testament kung gaano nakadalas nakakast natin ang NaVi and yung Vitality at the same time. But we're seeing, in terms of the veto, Inferno for Vitality, NaVi for Nuke, and Mirage for the Leftover. Okay. Parang it's kind of like what you would expect galing dito sa Vitality and sa NaVi pagdating sa mga pick nila. It's NaVi trying to get Nuke as much as possible. Ito namang Vitality either get Vertigo or Inferno. Pero knowing itong NaVi, they probably banned itong Vertigo. They do not want anything to do with that map. Para naman sa Vitality, it is gonna be the Ancient ban. So, interesting from both sides dito sa ating veto. But now you're gonna see Inferno map number 1 and NaVi on the CT side, Vitality on D side.
And Vitality have to hope that they can win Inferno man lang para at least when they go to Nuke, not to Spencer is not gonna be as comfortable as we head into this first tap. Galing dito pa lang kay Simple, who actually finds one of the veterans para dito sa Team Vitality. They got the one tap. What? That was a P250. And that's so clean. Dupree falling to the hands of Simple, but Spinks at least he gets the tap dito kay Simple, who ultimately starts this game with a bang. Wow.
Yep. That's no P250, my friend. That's a P2000.
P2000.
Sir.
Yeah. Same
So maybe si Zeus sinabihan yata itong si Simple about the hidden P2000 tech. It's a lot of people would say depende talaga sa araw. It's better than the USP. 13 bullets, 52 in the chamber if you need it. Pretty reliable to say the least. Pero bit, he does have 2 Berettas against dito kay Apex. So that is gonna be a win for him all the day of the week. Pero si Zaiwu, also known for his taps, is gonna be planting the bomb. Nako, si Zaiwu and si Spinks pa nga ang natira dito para sa Vitality, 2 of the best aimers for their team. And Zaiwu says hi to the new player na si Nico. It just says, you know, welcome to the big leagues, my friend, as he misses on the other players. Very funny. Pero yun na nga, Spinks on his own does get 1, but does not get the second one. Yun lang, could not harness the power of the P2000. And ayun na nga, NaVi, 1-0.
clean taps from Simple. Again, from the P2000. Just quick convert right after the first tap dito. And those were 2 1-taps. Saw Magisk, you got Dupree. Former comrades on Astralis na fall into the hands of the god himself, the GOAT. Well, actually won Esports Player of the Year ngayon sa Esports Awards. So, you know,
No way.
legacy of Simple cemented.
Nice. Deserved, to say the least. You know, I mean, Simple has had his they're still ongoing, technically. Yung kanyang streak of being above 1.10 or I think 1.20 ratings sa HLTV is definitely still on. Yun lang. You know, Simple, you know, he does have the streak but could not hit that jump. Unfortunate. Pero yun lang. Could have given them a lot of a better angle. Zaibu peeking around the corner, pero Simple is here for that very quick trade. Does have a nade, he does have a smoke, pwede niya ma-slow down dito ang push ng Vitality, pero si Dupree na andito na sa may apartment side natin. Makahanap pa siya ng space para sa kanyang team dito sa A side, no? But I think he's just gonna stay there, wait for any of the NaVi players na maka-rotate dito sa may apartment side and maybe make a mistake.
Mistake could be made kung si Spinks yung papasok. Kaso si Naple actually yung mamatay. Just that quick crouch peek. Surprise itong young gun para sa Natas Benser. Good shot from Perfecto from the Famous to try to get that equalization. Yung pit player na si Simple already got off dahil dito sa Team Vitality. So a good push dito papunta sa A site. A quick bomb plant para kay Apex to lay on the ground for NaVi ngayon to actually save up their guns for the next round. I think it was the overzealousness para dito kay Bit. Actually, I want to talk about a little bit. He is in a bit of a slump. We already talked about before how Bit could be like the next Scream. We already broke his headshot record and is a shining star in the future for NaVi and CSGO as a whole. Pero as of late, he hasn't been showing up, but maybe he is also adjusting to the absence of Boomage. Maybe now adjusting to SDY not being there. A lot of adjustments for NaVi as a whole that could affect yung performance natong si Bit. But yeah, as it stands, he's not the Bit I know from last year.
Yeah, I think it really makes a difference when you're an experienced IGL tapos nag-feel ka ng bagong player, which is kind of like the Bit and Boomage connection na nagkaroon or nakita natin sa start ng year or before the year before. And ayun nga, I mean, I think Bit having to adjust every time na merong bagong situation dito sa NaVi really is kind of giving him a hard time in terms of the stats. Pero ayun nga, that just comes with the adjustments of the team. So hopefully we do see more of Bit kasi alam mo naman si Bit, this guy is crazy when he is on dito sa ating game. So hopefully we do see more of the young gun very, very soon. But speaking of a young gun, Mr. Nipple himself has found his way dito sa may banana area natin with a P250 and a Dream. I mean, naisip ko lang, what can SDY do differently dito sa scenario na to?
I don't know. I guess just holding the close angle again, supporting tong si Perfecto on top. I could see SDY being on the other end dun sa loob ng B site where he could be throwing the flashes, but since they don't have much to work with in terms of utility, NaVi just forced themselves to be the utility. Already stacking 3 players dun sa sandbags while leaving Bet all alone. Just a deagle to fend off yung pag-push ng Team Vitality. Kung lalabas nga sila ng top mid, but that smoke, it kind of makes a difference kasi it also like tries to make them hesitant sa pag-push doon pa lang sa may library. Still, a bit of time to work with ngayon for Team Vitality. They could still force themselves papunta dito sa Loving Arms. Ni Simple does have that UMP up and ready. Kaso si Magisk gamit na kanyang AK does find the young gun away from NaVi. Apex to also follow with another frag onto one of the young guns as well. And even bomb plant to get NaVi in a very uncomfortable spot.
Yup. 1-to-1 Vitality. Not much not much really lost para dito sa Vitality, to be fair. Natas Vencer first two fights in this game did not go their way. Of course, forced by sila dito. Want the control back in their way immediately, but Vitality was ready for it. Mukhang FAMAS na lang ang save dito ni Perfecto. Maybe not. UMP para dito kay Simple. He might get one, but will not get itong si Apex 2-1. NaVi. Damn. That second round loss was brutal para sa kanila dito. And Vitality is capitalizing on it. Map number 3, Apex. You know, sometimes he does some crazy stuff just like that na pwedeng mabigyan agad ng lead itong Vitality, but mostly that A crunch was perfect para sa side nila.
Full eco buy coming in for NaVi. Actually, it's not a buy. They just save up with their USPs. P2000 again from Simple. What is the difference ba? USP to the P2000. Speaking as like a greenhorn for Counter-Strike. What's the difference, Nikki?
Silencer.
No, may penetration ba yung ano?
I think B2000 has a bit better damage, pero I think USP is a better bullet control kasi. Like, you can spam it a lot more. But B2000 is pretty nice. Feels pretty nice to use, that's for sure. Pero, I don't know, maybe it's the 52 additional bullets that you do get after ZywOo. Does die to the NPL guy, pero Apex does get one in return. Spinks was just in apartments his entire time, not peeking out at all. Pero dito pa si Simple with this P2K. I get one. Does see itong si Apex. 39, alright. Big tags, but not the finish. Vitality. On T side dito sa Inferno. So far, so good para sa kanila. I mean, there's not really much of a problem kaysa naman yung pistol round doon, but that was quickly averted para dito sa side ng Vitality. And pag meron ng op dito si ZywOo, it's such a dangerous thing para dito sa NaVi. And napansin ko nga dito kay ZywOo, he's been willing to opt more dito sa may T-side natin kumpara sa mga ibang tournaments.
Maybe he just knows kung saan yung strength niya ngayon. You know, seeking those passive angles, being one of the best oppers in the world, maybe starting that strong agad. Very early sa T-side pa lang ng Team Vitality. But now the strength lies in how NaVi can hold this banana. Very interesting that Simple goes for the automatic shotgun ngayon. Usually you would try to force it yung deagle in this kind of scenario, pero maybe he has a plan. Maybe that A short control, something that he wants to have in his pocket. But this time, those mollies, limiting again movement ni Simple. Hindi siya papasok dun sa top mid. He's just gonna let them go in doon sa may A short pa lang, pero they're looking towards the other direction. Nakapasok agad dito sa may other side ng A ang ating Team Vitality, but they're not moving an inch. They know that the crossfire is real para dito sa NaVi. And PL is just waiting for that perfect contact. Bit will bite off more than he can chew against Team Vitality, but starting off with those utility frags. 2-3. There you go. First blood dito kay Naple. Okay. Quick conversion galing sa FAMAS. Apex to follow through with a 1-for-1, but a lot of damage set because of the mollies and the nades. Simple is down to 52. Kind of considerable at that to rotate on papunta doon sa may B side.
My God,
Conversion
Perfecto.
galing kay Perfecto. Disgusting. Mahanap si Apex Electronic to follow up with another. Suddenly becomes a bomb plan for Magis, but it was just down to the wire.
Yep. Pero, teka lang ha. I mean, 1v2 pa yung situation na to. NPL is already dead actually. Pero si Perfecto pala yung nandito sa site. Simple as well. Rotating. Nahay pa namang oras para makadefuse dito, but still Electronic a bit too antsy para ma-takedown itong si ZywOo. It's gonna be quite the challenge. Simple hitting the shot dito kay ZywOo. Jesus, Spinks though. With the one tap dito kay Perfecto. Vitality built like NaVi, man. They have so many aim monsters on their team, but is that gonna be enough? Yes, it will. Grabe naman, Simple. By the skin of his teeth, nakuha na pa kayo 1v1 na yun. 2-3 para dito sa side ng NaVi. Off of Simple's clutch. What a shot on ZywOo, man.
What a shot indeed. Simple, just a quick peek. Sobrang long na angle dun. And this last kill was also impressive because Spinks would have actually played the patience game sana. And that would have stopped him from actually getting that defuse. But Simple was just killer instincts. Kick in, papunta dito sa may B-side defuse. And he was having a slump in terms of weaponry. He only needed to use that shotgun for a few rounds now. Now that he has the AK, he's a bit more comfortable. He has yet to buy the AWP itself. Magisk, that's the entry into Banana. Nakuha agad si Electronic. And in a matter of time, they could commit towards that B-side push, pero they just know better. They know that there's a possibility of the crossfire. So they just set up for something different.
Veteran move. Galing dito kay Magisk. Tucking his head dito sa corner para hindi siya mabulag ng pop flash. And then anticipating the push. You know, he's been around the block itong si Magisk, man. He knows the tricks of the trade. So, hindi talaga gagana yan para sa kanya dito.
Alam na niya yung mga tricks ng mga apo niya.
True.
Ay, kita mo yung push niya. Apa.
I can't wait for my 50-year-old grandpa to describe a pop flash to me. Seryoso. Very nice. Ano yun na nga? Simple. At flower pot. Yun na nga. Needs flowers for his funeral soon. Pero yun na nga. Perfecto. Somehow getting ito si Magisk. He was in water this entire time. Pero papunta pa lang A itong Vitality. Bit. Gets one with the FAMAS. Gets two. Nasagasaan pa nga si Zaiwu. Apex planting the bomb. 24 HP na lang. Spinks with 100. But I think that's it. That's enough para dito sa Vitality. Spinks definitely a aimer to be messed with. That is for sure. NPL perfecto. Probably in his first 1 or 2v2 in his entire life in a stage setting. Pero yun na nga. NPL's gonna go down. Perfect na lang natitira. He could get the taps but he cannot get the finish. Apex gets both. And Spinks not even batting an eye dito sa may artist side natin. And Vitality starting to take over dito sa Inferno.
And it's the veteran move nga na sinabi mo from Magisk that the non-committal, you know that the rotation already came in para sa NaVi. Maybe that was instinct as a whole, but this bit made it a bit more personal. Kinot off again yung dalawa. Medyo nadamay pa nga si Zaiwu. He wasn't the intended target. It was supposed to be Apex yung isa mga namatay dun sa Team Vitality, pero quick conversions could have amounted to more para dito sa NaVi, pero this time they switch the tempo up. They know that it's a full pistol round para sa NaVi ngayon. Pero hindi sa B-site ang push. Doon sa may A where Apex just feeds NPL with a bullet and another out for Zaiwu as well. Entry palabas doon sa may library. Agad nakuha yung 3 picks para makuha yung bomb plant sa A-site.
My God, not even a chance for NPL to even like get a glimpse na may 5 paparating dito sa site. Single tap from Apex. And he's gone. Electronic and Perfecto na lang natitira para dito sa side ng NaVi. And 5th is gonna go in the way of Vitality. So far, so good sa kanilang sariling map pick dito. As we expected, galing dito sa Vitality. On their Inferno, NaVi has been on and off dito sa mapa na to. It's not been yung priority nila compared to dati. Na, you know, you do see NaVi every time you go on Inferno, you're confident na kaya nilang kunin yung mapa na yun. Not this time though. Inferno has been one of their weaker maps dito sa kanilang map.
Yeah, I mean, they had more strength sa Mirage, more into Nuke, where that's the home of NaVi as of late. They had like a very long win streak before Vitality was actually the one who broke it off. Yung win streak ng NaVi dun sa Nuke mismo. This time, they're starting it off with a good game plan. You get as much wins, you crush yung spirits ng NaVi dito pa lang sa Inferno. And then maybe, you shake them up dito sa Nuke where they already know that we already had their number once dun sa Nuke map. Baka mangyari ulit. Baka magsimula dito sa Inferno. So far, so good for Team Vitality. And I also kind of want to talk about Magix then, where he's been quietly helping out yung consistency ng Vitality, where yes, he's not like the set, like anti-frag. Maybe like he's one of the more aggressive riflers for Vitality. Where he also kind of knows like how to play around those situations where he usually doesn't win out those gunfights. But he does get the job done. And so far, he is doing that.
Yep. Pwede mong i-describe itong si Magis, no? Parang siya yung Swiss Army knife na player siguro. Yeah. Like a Swiss Army knife CS player, he can do everything that you need. Or you can tell him to do. And lurk. Even IGL, bro, he was IGL nung wala si Glaive at one point dun sa Astralis. Astralis are doing a lot better than nung nag-IGL si Glaive.
You know?
Which is pretty confusing, you know. That could have added up to something, no? Imagine, you know, a lot more aggressive na Astralis. Kasi pag nagko-call si itong si Magix, like, his team is a lot more aggressive, to say the least. Pero, you know, that was an interesting thought experiment na ginawa ng Astralis nung time
Parang nakikita ko yung experience na Magis could be like a husband to any sort of other IGLs. He could act like a second IGL, tapos mag-aaway-aaway sila. Maybe that's like how they've been playing or how they've been winning. Like a few of their games with Apex.
Siguro. Yeah. Usually that's the parang trabaho ngayon need to play actually. The guys are really smart players. Well, pero Simple finally gets to use the XM1104. That's gonna be 3. Nako po. 2,700 in the pocket of Simple plus yung bonus pa right after this. He's gonna be rolling in cash. Rolling in the pesos. Pero si Magis na lang natitira. 14 seconds. Not much can be done para sa kanya dito. NaVi. Get another one on the board. So, it's just a 1-for-1 na nakikita natin for the next few rounds.
And I've been wondering when or why he's been picking that up for a few rounds now. Kasi now, they're on a streak. He didn't even need to pick like that one up. Maybe it was like tight budget. And in a land where puro rifles yung mga kalaban ng isang tao na ang pangalan ay Simple, shotgun ang pinapanglaban dito. 5 ang lumabas, 2 ang nabuhay.
Yep, that white balance did not give Simple any favors at all. That is for sure. Pero nag-timeout na ang Vitality dito. 3-5. Vitality wanting to douse the flames early para dito sa side ng NaVi. Zonic, I don't know what he says, man, in these timeouts, to be honest, kasi I see him like barely he barely talks. Itong si Zonic wag may timeout. Parang tinitignan na lang si Apex. Tinitignan na lang si Apex like gay. Nice.
Parang I think like maybe like he's a mediator more of a mediator, less than an initiator. Feeling ko si Apex talaga yung gumagawa ng calls and then he's like, no. Sige.
Yeah, but there's gonna come a time no na Apex might become a coach. It's gonna be interesting kung Vitality siya lalapag actually.
And support that.
Yep. Pero yeah, I would say not now siguro kasi alam mo na, you can see dito sa game na to that Magic has not lost a step at all. I mean 10-3 dito sa game, leading itong Vitality so far in terms of the frags. But medyo nagka-counter na rin these past few rounds as NaVi is starting to find their mojo dito sa kanilang defense. Their timing are correct. And Bit has to be careful. Yun lang. Does not get the first step. Pero Dupree does get spotted out. 13 HP na lang dito sa Electronic. Too low para dito sa NaVi. That's basically 2 players out of commission. Pag makakuha pa nga sila ng shotgun, that's gonna be a bonus. But I think they should just go all the way dito sa A side. Knowing na low na si Bit, knowing na low na si Electronic. I mean, you only have to deal with 2 full HP players dito sa side. But at the same time, you do not know where they are. So hindi mo talaga alam kung saan magagana yung players dito sa A. So meron talagang decision na kailangan gawin dito ng Vitality. And pag di nila na-decide na tama, and it is gonna be another round para dito sa NaVi.
Library hold. Para dito kay Bit. I mean, you got the contact from Simple. Nandito na yung contact dito. Pagkalabas sa smoke at lalabas si Bit. Perfect shots. Spray transfer. Sa dalawa na nag-hold pa lang ng library door. Hesitation. already set up because of that gunfire that Simple has been putting. The pressure has been on. At mamatay si Simple, nandun din si Naple kung kailangan niya ng trader.
Yep.
Bit.
I like na kinonsider nila yung numbers yun nila on site actually. So, sinabi nila ni Bit, alright, I'm gonna just push the smoke and see what happens.
Yeah. Just transferred on 2 players. I think we had like dots for Bit. And I still have those doubts, don't get me wrong, but at least in these setups, he delivers. And so far, that's what really matters. But hold on, Simple. MP9, spray papunta kay Apex, palabas ng smoke, but Magisk, just too quick. Veteran to veteran, he takes him down. 4 versus 4, banana control again para sa Vitality. Dalawa lang yung pwedeng mag-resist dito, pero because of these smokes, I think it's just a little too late if they want to force a rush.
No,
Even
that
finding
one way is
Magis, that
brutal.
puts more wrench into the plans of Vitality.
Grabe. I mean, tinamaan na rin na one way. Perfecto. Just waiting for the perfect opportunity. And ayun na nga, nawala na si Magis dito. They still have Dupree. They still have itong si Zaiwu and itong si Spinks. Definitely, it is still a possibility na makuha nila yung site. Nipple is gonna go for the peak. Ooh, I like na NaVi setting him up for these types of plays kasi yun talaga yung mga plays na hinahanap ng NaVi palagi when it comes to their system. Pero
Okay.
Bit, grabe naman with the one tap dito kay Dupree. Can he get another one? It is suddenly a 2v4 si Spinks. Already curled up all the way dito sa may hay bales. Electronic deciding whether or not to rotate dito sa may artist side natin, and I think that's gonna be the decision. Nipple mag-isa lang dito sa site, ready and waiting for anyone to strike. Nipple does get itong si Spinks, and Electronic is gonna get itong si Zaiwu. 5-5, NaVi. Tying things up. Dito
That's
sa
what's
ating
missing.
first half. Yun na nga.
That was what's missing when they had SDY, that initiative to get that wide angle anchoring na sinet up agad ng dalawang anchor players for NaVi. And if they didn't put that amount of trust to anybody, it has to be Nipple for him to be able to deliver dun sa round na yun where and he knew the pressure, he knew the risk that he had in that wide angle, but he still tried. Even though that he was covered up with the smoke, even though that he was supplemented with that much utility, he still went for it, and that's definitely what counts para dito sa NaVi. Good usage of the smokes dito sa banana control. Bit with the first shot dito kay Magis. A product of another first blood dito kay Magis 3 times in a row. So far, NaVi, they're getting it. They're getting the reward for it.
Yeah, I mean, siya lang yung naka-AK dito sa sitwasyon na to. 150 na lang para dito kay Magis. Next round is gonna be brutal para sa kanyang economy dito. Electronic though, facing the music dito sa may CT side, and it is gonna get smoked off. Alam nila na meron isang tao sa flower pot. Can they get the plant down in time though? Yun yung tunay na tanong, but I think Spinks is gonna punish down Electronic and Perfecto for peeking too wide. Dito sa may site, they have numbers. They did not have the gun advantage, but it did not matter. Grabe naman Spinks with a double dig. Dito sa B site natin, he's gonna look for more. Spinks as well. Nakuha na ng tatlo. Zaiwu nakuha na si Nipple. Naku po. Simple na lang natitira. What can he do? Wide swing itong si Spinks. Yes, he will. 54 HP. Pero nakadigel dito si Zaiwu. Facing his demons. Pero yun na nga, 6-5. Vitality. Very bad buy, but still, somehow, some way, nakuha pa nila yung round. They break yung 3-round streak dito ng NaVi.
Nag-start sa Deagle at nag-end sa Deagle, where Spinks just turned the tides dito sa NaVi with a perfect entry galing dito sa Deagle niya. Plus yung Deagle din ni Zaiwu para makatch itong si Simple. The important kill. You knew that Simple could have won that, but man, if he wasn't low from Spinks' damage, then kaya pa niya siguro i-clutch yun. Pero with the help of that damage, he does get that frag. But man, at least he starts up big dito. Bumabawi si Simple with that first blood kay Apex. Because of that slow take, they could get a site. But they have to contest against so much utility from NaVi.
Apex being down is not that big of a deal compared to what Vitality usually goes for. Pero ayun nga, that's gonna allow itong Natus Vincere to bolster up one of their sides since baits are not gonna be up too much of a problem anymore siguro dito sa round na to. Sa minute na lang natitira. Bit na dito sa pit. And I think that is gonna be NPL on towards the site. And Mr. Simple is gonna back him up. Meron siyang op dito. And is ready and waiting for anyone to turn the corner. Sakto yung flash. Simple's gonna be full blind. Papasok na ang Vitality dito sa ating side. Pero bulag na bulag rin sila dito. Dupree is gonna get no scope. Quick scope. Is it gonna hit? No, it won't. Zaiwu acquiring himself an up, but is it gonna be for free? Nope. Naandito si Bit to make Vitality pay for attacking the site. Zaiwu trying to make something happen, pero hindi nga mangyayari yun. 6-6. Natus Vincere. It was a bit hectic, but nandito si Bit in that pit area the entire time, man. Chill lang siya doon.
Yeah. That was clean no scope then for Simple. Where yeah, you got like the mediator. Yung nag-start talaga was that pit player na si Bit. While all of that chaos, he was calm. He was collected sa pagkuha ng spray transfer. Again, it's the second spray transfer that he have. And he has dito sa may A site. Now, we're not waiting any longer. NaVi, sila naman yung magpupush dun sa banana. Not even giving control. No space to breathe. Ang Vitality, agad binigay yung control papunta sa NaVi. Just like that, they can't be able to regain control of banana again. Dahil binigay agad ni Electronic at saka ni Perfecto yung pag-push dun sa B site. So these pistols, we already saw them get 1 digs kanina. Will that be the same result? It's the shot from Electronic, but not the second. As Zaiwu recovers, 1-for-1 trade.
They know Perfecto is on site, so it's gonna be pretty easy if ever they're gonna take him down immediately. Kaso nasa na yung smoke dito sa my city side. Mukhang wala silang pang smoke dito kay Perfecto. Perfecto is gonna go down. Nicole is gonna get itong si Magis. Pero Dupree will not get anything off of that lurk. Vitality only getting 2. And 7-6. I mean, NaVi starting to ramp up dito sa kanilang city side. And if they can kind of replicate yung ginagawa dito ng Vitality sa T side, then they might just keep it close dito sa second half.
Yeah, push and pull. They can still replicate that, then possibly supplement their aggression with more brains to the operation. They usually do. They regain control back of the Inferno map. So far, so good. It's been a rough start since yung Vitality. It's been the A site pushes all along para sa kanila. It actually nets them the advantage, pero you could just never count out Simple and Bit. Parang nandun yung doubt natin for Bit on how he can perform. Perfecto also has been working wonders para sa team ng NaVi all throughout the year, and a stellar improvement for both of these players. Si Bit ngayon, he's proving us wrong. 12-7. 12 kills dito sa first half pa lang natin, and I'm pretty sure with how hard he's been hitting these shots, he's not gonna be done sa pagkuha ng mga patay dito.
And round 14 in this game. Walang op para dito sa Vitality. That does not affect their effectivity though. Zaiwu is a competent rifler as well. Pero onti lang yung kanilang mga nades nila dito, but Simple is gonna get punished. Overextending a bit dito sa may mid-side natin. And that could give itong si Zaiwu the op, but he does not opt to do so. I don't think gusto yata mag-slow down dito ng Vitality. They want to keep on going, apply pressure dito sa B-site, and start to see if they can, prevent any rotations galing dito sa A.
Test yung anchoring powers na tong si Perfecto. Now that he's the only guy, he can't stop this B push. Spinks, the lurk does effectively find NPL. Now we can test out kung kaya i-hold si Perfecto. Nag-iisa doon sa B side. The spray, not enough to get to. Only one kay Magisk. All people, Dupree with a close shot. Kanina pa nag-entry ang Vitality, and ultimately nakuha yung B. At what cost? Only one player down para dito sa Vitality. They get all the spoils in the world. Yung B site for free. But they are as cautious as ever. 2 players lang sa NaVi ang buhay. Pero save call na lang dahil yung AWP ni Simple. God. 1 nade. 3 kills to NaVi. Ito na, risk it.
Yep. There it is, 7-7. I mean, it's not too bad para sa Vitality. I mean, considering CT side na yung second half nila dito, it's not gonna be too rough, to say the least. Para naman sa NaVi, it's gonna be rough for them. That is for sure. Considering, you know, they have a new kid on their squad. So, even niya gets yung system in its entirety, especially pagdating dito sa Inferno, which is a really important thing to have. Kaya nakikita mo yung mga teams kagaya nga ng Vitality dito really shine. Because they can do those systems very, very well. Pero 7-7, Vitality. Ayun na nga. Tie things up. Pero NaVi, they're hanging on really well dito sa Inferno.
Yeah. I mean, the one difference maker can be simple in his AWP. Even though he got early punished, I feel like it was confidence more than ego dun sa pag-push na dun sa mid-top. The plan was to find that one player lurking on apartments, and it was the Pre that ultimately punished itong si Simple. Yung plano talaga eh. Pero yung execution wala dun. I like the lucky wall bang doon sa taas. Maybe he was trying to see if he's rotating on down the stairs. Apex, bit of damage dun sa apartments. Bit is down to 19 HP. Pero yun lang. Makakapag-repo itong sa mga players ng NaVi, and just a handshake at this point. Simple Slaz at AWP, and they haven't done anything.
Not much is being done for both sides dito. This is that, you know, initial nades, smokes, and everything. Oh my god, Zaiwu.
What?
Jesus. What a shot to get Perfecto. Holy moly.
Okay.
That was an insta-heady. Pero yun na nga, you can see NaVi trying to dash back in the way of B-side nade. Nilabas na nga, or waiting, para dito kay Zaiwu. Don't make Zaiwu plant, I swear to Christ.
It's like
Bro, why
Six
even
round.
take that chance, pare? I mean, someone, Dupree, you plant, bro. Dapat kanina pa nila ginawa yan. Molotov is gonna go through as well. Cybo's on 3 HP, one tick of that molly, and he's gone, he's over.
It's like making Shroud plant the bomb. Imagine. Now they try to funnel themselves. Oh, what a one-tap. NPL, although not the best of first impressions, he can give himself a bit of chance to recover. 2 versus 3, spray papunta sa smoke. Zaiwu just has the perfect angle. Perfect shot papunta sa ulo ng Greenhorn for NaVi. It's another round to win para sa Vitality, and again, struggling yung NaVi players natin. Although they got like a few chances dito, God, Vitality were just too quick.
Yup. I mean, Vitality, I would have expected yung mas madaming score siguro pagdating dito sa kanilang first half, but you know, NaVi is NaVi. So mahirap talaga silang kalabanin pagdating sa kahit anong mapa dito, especially considering Simple can do stuff like that. But you know, it is the tale of old na naman dito sa ating game. It is gonna be a Zaiwu versus Simple show, as you do see them sa taas ng ating scoreboard, but you know, their teammates are doing in some work as well, especially itong si Spinks para sa Vitality, and Apex, of course, who was at one point 10-3 dito sa ating game. And Spinks as well, 12-9. Para naman sa NaVi, it is 12-8 para dito kay Bit, and the rest of the squad are doing good as well. Perfecto, despite being negative KD, nararamdaman mo yung impact dito sa game na to galing sa kanya.
Yeah. I don't think the KD does justice to what he can bring to the table. Especially yung mga weird setups na tong si Simple at si Bit, where they needed at least one player to make the difference sa pag-hold ng sites while you leave everybody to make the proactive pushes. It's always Perfecto to do that. Like, you just have to put all your trust on somebody. It's Perfecto to deliver sa lahat ng pag-hold ng pag-sites, lalo na dito sa may A site. While Bit and everybody else on Simple can just do one taps and do more crazy things. Well, kaso, again, Spinks, who actually has been doing so well, especially on the NGs. Plus you got Zaiwu doing Zaiwu things. Laban dito kay Simple, who, again, nandito pa rin yung performance ni Simple. Hindi siya nag-underperform. But I guess the conditions just don't really match up ngayon para sa Ukrainian superstar natin.
Yep, mahirap pa rin. Especially if he heats up dito sa second half natin. Then definitely that's gonna be a problem. But let's not forget about Zaibu, man. He is a force all on his own. And mahirap talagang kalabanin si Zaibu when he is in his rhythm dito sa ating laro. So that's why every time na magkakaroon tayo ng NaVi versus Vitality, there is always parang an air of eliteness siguro. Nararamdaman ko from both of these teams kasi sila talaga yung they're pushing the quality forward in terms of yung kanila mga star players dito. But it's gonna be interesting how yung mga academy players kagaya ng nakita natin dito kay NPL. I mean, if we can see more of him siguro, more of players like him sa mga ganitong type na stage, we're gonna see more of the future of CS, that's for sure. Pero as always, when a new NaVi player debuts dito sa tournament and it is on NaVi, uneventful medyo always is the start. Hindi naman mahirap kasing, I mean, to be fair, yung competition mo sa pag-debut mo as a rookie sa Natus Vincere is yung debut ni Simple. He wasn't really a rookie, pero yun na nga, yung debut ni Bit, yung debut ni Perfecto, and the Electronic. Like, what? How can you match up to that, man? Yung expectation ng NaVi must be unreal.
Ano kaya pinapakain nila sa Natus Vincere? No? It's just pumping out superstars left and right. Pumping out the future of Counter-Strike. Kahit wala sila sa NaVi, basta galing ka sa academy team nila like Monacy from G2 who definitely put up a stellar performance kanina despite like a lot of shortcomings dun sa FaZe best of 3 kanina. May chance pa rin naman sila since kalaban nila yung outsiders bukas.
And yeah, I mean, if you want it's like a rule, man. If you want a new player, kumuha ka sa CIS region or sa Israel, bro. You pick. Pick from one of the two places na pwede kang kumuha ng bagong player. And it seems like Vitality opted in for the second option, Sphinx. So far, so good para sa kanyang team. But oh my god, Nipple is getting annihilated dito sa logs. 3 USPs on this man right now. Pero yun nga, Electronic saving his teammate. There it is. 2 players down. Pero Dupree still daring to peek. Zaibu in the banana area. And of course, it is Zaibu, my friend. It has to be spectacular. Nakakuha na siya ng dalawa dito sa banana area natin. But there is still 2 players lurking dito sa ating ace side. And the rotations are gonna start. Dupree, if he spots itong si Perfecto, then that's gonna be a pretty bad thing. But this timing is already good para dito sa NaVi. They can circle right back around in the B area, pero hindi nila alam na nandito si Apex. Apex getting the spray dito kay Simple, pero alam niya nandito ba si Electronic. Perfecto. They're swinging from both sides. Bit is actually there. Great gush dito kay Zaibu. Down to 12 HP agad yung tropa natin dito. And Perfecto, he's looking for the head, but they're looking for the body. 8 to 8, and ayun na nga. It was a pretty tough ask galing dito sa side of Vitality as soon as it became a 1v2, but the gush just made it a lot more harder. 8 to 8. Naku po, NaVi, they might even steal map 1 if they're this aggressive and they're just getting everything that they want dito sa kanilang side.
And Zaibu just made it too close for comfort. You can't really blame Dupree kasi he was holding the right angle doon sa may library. Kasi doon din naman magkakross yung push doon sa may A side anyway. I think Simple was just too good. One tap galing doon sa P2000 that yet again also of the argument that maybe it could be better long range compared to the USP. So medyo maliit yung sample size katulad ng if Anubis is the best map in competitive ngayon, which so far I don't really see like a definite argument for that kind of map pool. But this time for Team Vitality, they only have the pistols to work with dito. They still have to pull as much to maybe leverage themselves to the level of NaVi with their gunfire. They do have a lot of damage. 46k Simple, 59k Perfecto, and a bit more kay NPL, but it's more of a graze other than anything else.
50 seconds left. I mean, pwede pa naman mag-push yung NaVi dito, but I think inaantay nila si NPL dito sa may kabilang side ng ating mapa to see if he can get anything going, and it seems like the answer is no, and I think the B site take is about to come in. Spinks is getting ready for it dito sa may first box natin. The flash is already there. I think Apex knows what is about to come, and Spinks, you're gonna need to do a hell of a lot of damage bago makapasok ang mga players dito ng NaVi, and it seems like it is gonna be Spinks getting that first kill, pero si Dupree ang magiging distraction para sa kanyang team. So many players low para dito sa NaVi. 14 seconds na natitira. Apex staying still dito sa my coffins, and he might get one. Yes, he will. Oh my god, bit nakuha niya pa kasi Simple. That's the wrong enemy, my friend. And ayun na nga, 9-8 vitality. Get the round, and that is not a good round galing dito sa NaVi. So many things went wrong at the wrong time. Pero nung na-read na kasi nila na magiging B-take na to as soon as NPL died, the flash was there. And Simple also jumping into the crosshairs of Mr. Bit himself. Unfortunate.
I mean, you can't blame him because he was trying to dodge away from gunfire plus yung flash na nilabas doon sa church. CT spawn. Plus perfect timing for Apex, man. That was execution on point. Timing. Very much in his
Naka-place
favor.
na yung crosshair niya. That was insane.
Tama. Crosshair placement. Just too good para dito kay Apex. Plus yung patience na hinintay niya yung utility. Bago gawin yun. Now, Electronic hindi na naghihintay. Got spray dito kay Apex, who does try to get that 1-for-1 with Spinks. He's evening the odds para dito sa vitality. At least some damage dealt dito sa mga anchors. The IGL of vitality, but not all is lost. You got a bit of chunk damage dito kay Perfecto. A jumping shot from the MP9. Considerable, but not enough to say that he's dead. It's enough time for them to overwhelm yung dalawang nagpupush. At least yung dalawang nag-defend doon sa may B site, pero the amount of pressure that they're getting from these two players alone, ano pa kaya pag tatlo? Rotate na lang.
Yep. Man, Magic pa yung natira dito sa kabila. He has a Galil. 35 bullets in the chamber, brother. Pero kaya ba yan? Yun ang tunay na tanong dito. I've seen Magic do it. It's just gonna be a tough task. Pero nandito na si Spinks with the AK-47, even a flash galing dito kay Zaiwu. But that could serve as a clue para dito sa NaVi, no, that they do not have that much postered dito sa may artist side nila. Simple getting that kill dito kay Magisk, and Zaiwu even getting ito si Nipple Spinks getting perfecto. Naku po, naging 2v2 na nga situation natin, and oh my god, Mr. Spinks! How does he hit that? Grabe naman the instant headshot on the balcony guy as well. This kid is absolutely bonkers. Who is this guy?
Grid shot. And he
Grid
was
shot gaming. Yeah, yun ang tunay. That's a W word right there.
Oo nga eh. Gotta pull out. God. This guy's on fire. Like, you got it. Ito yung mainit na Spinks.
At that moment, naramdaman mo that the buyout was expensive. That is for sure.
God.
6
Space
paces
was-
at least.
He's a difference maker sa Inferno natin. Kahit ng first half, init doon sa pag-NT. Now, clutching up big against the two big players of NaVi. What more can you ask for from one of the newcomers for Vitality? Actually, the latest newcomer dito sa Vitality as a whole, man.
Yep.
You cannot ask for a better fit than this guy. And he's delivering sa mga sitwasyon na ganito.
Yeah. Dami din nagsasabi na, Zaiwu is, or, some people would say he is the best, support fragger on the planet right now. Pero that's up for debate, of course. Pero, I would believe it. Not gonna lie. Kung si Spinks ngayon, I think his conversion rate's pretty high. Tapos yung kanyang impact pagdating sa mga games, you can really feel it. But, yeah, Vitality is wanting to close out Inferno, man. This is the one step para sa kanila dito to just, try and win the series, at least close out their own map pick. Kung magawa nila yon, then hopefully they can do something sa nuke, which I really do doubt. Pero yun na nga, Vitality just gonna farm everyone dito sa middle area natin, 8-11. And Vitality looking to stroll their way to the finish line. Of course, NaVi, meron pa silang pambay dito sa ating next round. So I think lalaban pa sila dito.
Mental's not looking too hot para sa NaVi ngayon. And you already saw signs of that when SDY was on the team. Tensions definitely high. Lalo na nung lumaban sila against like Furia back when they were at Rio. Tapos mas lumala nung fall final when they were losing their really important matches because of like maybe bad communication. I don't know how the team works from the outside spectrum, pero ngayon with NPL team, I don't feel any like that much changes dito now that they got banana control. Maybe they could get that aggressive peak dito, kaso tatlo yung magiging kalaban nila. Si Apex sobrang pushed up, walang smokes, wala dito yung flashes, and simple, just punishing yung forward position itong si Apex. At least they get one before they can decide if they want to commit, pero dito na yung tri-stack, so maybe this shouldn't be the possibility for NaVi. They keep spraying on through. Perfecto again with another, sinking his teeth in electronic to fall back on. Dito sa pag-push sa banana with Magic's on top of Sandbag, so at least get that spray. Kaso, electronic, so quick on the trade into the B site. Walang rotate. Nandito yung lurk galing kay Bit, pero leaving Zaiwu, the wonder child, all alone para sa Team Vitality. Oh my. Seemingly impossible.
Say you should go for it. Pero, just trying to save at this point, man. Grabe. That in those initial banana fights could really make or break a round for either side, to be fair.
Mga sagingan.
True. Pero need and a flash para dito kay Zaibu. I mean, what can he do at this point? He's just reading books, trying to keep himself occupied as the save does come through. 9-11 para dito sa NaVi, trying to fight their way back dito sa ating game. On the T side, doing so far okay kung matuloy nila yung streak na to. Pero medyo mahirap pa rin para dito sa side ng Natus Vince here, as Vitality is still that team that can dominate itong Inferno, but he can get more rounds like this na medyo nag-overextend yung Vitality for that advantage, then maybe NaVi can exploit something dito sa kabilang side.
Maybe. We'll have to wait kasi so far, time is not on the side at least for NaVi, so they need to keep catching up. Kaso, pati lang naman yung kailangan nilang habulin. 2 rounds lang. Equalize, build up the economy, and speaking of economy, the money, not in the best of shapes para sa Team Vitality ngayon. They lose this round, they're giving away another papunta dito sa NaVi, who are again knocking down yung door dito sa banana. Forced to control it para ma-limit yung utility na pwedeng gamitin ng Vitality ngayon. Smokes, trying to at least invest into that stoppage para sa NaVi. Does work out dahil bumalik na lang sa site itong si Simple, who tries to reclaim back the grenades that they picked up from T-Spawn para makuha agad yung banana control yet again, maybe to at least get a few more presents dun sa may banana control. May dalawa din na nag-rotate lang down to A, so maybe layers upon layers. The game plan could be set to play them like a fiddle kasi tatlo na agad sila nakapag-respond dun sa A. Or sa B actually. Now, NaVi could rotate on down to A, make an aggressive start onto Zaiwu and Magisk.
Ooh. 24 seconds left on the clock. Not much time para sa dalawang teams. Mostly para dito sa NaVi, who has to put that plant down before the 4-second time does hold Zaiwu tumalikod, pero tumalikod ulit, nakuha ng nakita ng dalawa. And just like that, despite yung very short deadline na meron dito yung NaVi, just one fell swoop dito sa A site and it is all over. Not even a single move galing sa kabilang side dito. That's a tough one, man. I mean, once you lose artist control, yung mga defenders lang dito, they're just gonna hope for the best that they can defend whatever is coming dito sa A side kasi nga, it's gonna be an almost impossible task. 2v5. Pero NaVi, I mean, they pulled it out early and 10-11 na ang ating score. It is quite close between sa dalawang teams natin dito. And NaVi, they want this map one, to be fair.
Yeah. Dapat lang. Kung ganito ba naman ka-banger yung series natin, it's Simple versus Zaiwu. It has to deliver. But it's also like a question if Naples can also catch up with his peers ngayon eh. Kasi if you look at how he's performing ngayon, yeah, he could be called as like a support rifler. But that's Perfecto's job anyway. Electronic does a lot of like the entry if Simple doesn't deliver. So where's Naples' place in NaVi ngayon? So far, probably best as like a support rifler. Maybe to support yung pag-push. Maybe as a trader, perhaps. Naples, maybe this is what he's good at. Yung pagkuha ng surprise kills dito kay Apex tsaka kay Dupree sets up the landscape for NaVi's eventual victory, pero still up for debate.
Yep. Low dito si Mapudo, so he has to be careful just in case he does want to turn the corner. May famas dito si Spinks. Definitely can do some damage. Waiting for that late flash galing dito kay Spinks. Wait, he doesn't have the flash. He's gonna be the one that needs to throw it, my friend. Oh, they're already in the site itself. That's gonna be one down. And he waited for the push instead. Flash is gonna go through, but I think it's a little too late. Alam na nila kung nasan siya magagaling dito. Spray galing kay Magisk is not gonna get anyone. And might even say hi to Mr. Bit dito sa may library area natin.
He's gonna wait for it. Knife?
Nah.
Honorable. He's honorable.
11-11 though. I mean, that's I'm not sure about this one, Vitality. Medyo napapabitaw din masyado yata yung control dito sa mapa. But at the same time, they did not expect it to come from the Mexi side. So that's gonna be maybe I wouldn't say a wrench in their plans agad siguro, pero that's gonna be a tough one to come back from.
Yun ata yung parang levelly elite ng spray control na display ni Naples while he was holding yung under passage. Surprisingly, I had doubts about him, but so far he's been doing well as the game has been progressing. Ngayon, siya na yung nagiging mga star chances, or at least yung nagiging opening for NaVi. Once he gets these openings, then they can just keep rolling. But that's the first of a lot of chances for him. So far, it's been Vitality who have been starting off well. Pero with the conversions going in the way of NaVi, still up in the air. Pero this mid push, oh man, Simple. He's out for blood. Mukhang naghahanap siya dito ng first blood. Hindi naghihintay at kahit nandito yung smokes, wala siyang pakialam.
Oh no, Mr. NaVi, what has happened dito second mid? Nibble and Bit are gone, bro. Naku po. NaVi, can you do another successful wraparound dito sa may Archer side? No, they can't. Dupree stopping it before it begins. And then yun na nga, Vitality just pushed on forward yung kanilang line of defense dito, and NaVi was not ready for it. They were just ready for a slow take. But unfortunately, I think Vitality was expecting itong NaVi to go for that possible mid-take and then played around it. Grabe naman. Vitality not allowing anything galing dito sa NaVi. Pero ganito dapat yung defense nila. It's just that from time to time, magiging vulnerable talaga sila sa wraparound na nakita natin sa A kanina. Pero it's electronic. Yeah, pero yun lang. 11-12.
Yeah. Now this time, they slow down this tempo. Quick punishments para sa Vitality ngayon eh. Now with the slow tempo, binibigyan agad yung chance para dito kay Spix tsaka kay Dupree. Actually take hold of that apartments area. Where they're not even holding yung site. See, they're looking for frags. They're looking for kills. Sila naman yung nagiging proactive, whereas NaVi, the slow tempo, yung passiveness, getting to them, affecting yung magiging initiative siguro na pag-entry nila dito. You gotta wonder how much more in the tank para sa Inferno map natin. Ano pa, Simple? what more can we ask from you dito? So far, yeah.
Yep. Needs to be. I would not say it's like a miracle play yung kailangan dito kay Simple, man. It's just that, they need like a spark or something on the other side.
NPL deliver it.
Maybe he can. Pwede man.
Default spot set again. It's the same type of smokes that you would see around that A-hold. And again, they fall from apartments knowing that they are swarming inside sa apartments. Quick to even give up that space para sa Vitality. They're none the wiser. They just know that they don't need to overly commit. They can just keep themselves doon sa may A site. Sphinx, mabilis na din naman siyang babalik doon sa kabilang side ng mapa. So na tri-stack on to B does hamper yung pag-push ng NaVi. At nandito rin yung utility na pwede nilang ilabas. But Perfecto's playing this very patiently and cautiously. Kung magpupush tong si Sphinx, it's an open B plan. Pero nandun din si Zaiwu eh. Tamang holding hands lang kasama si Apex.
Who's gonna go first? Oh, it seems like it's Apex pa kayo mauuna dito sa may banana area natin. And let us see. A site, is it gonna be another wrap around? Feeling ko yung gusto mangyari dito na NaVi. They still do have the smokes to make it happen. So they're gonna make it happen. That is for sure. And A rotations, but it's not gonna matter. It is just gonna be a two-man defense. Dupree nakuha na ng dalawa. Nipple and a bit. They get to as well. Even itong si Dupree. And Sphinx na lang natitira. And it was actually just in time. Oh, NaVi took too long. I was looking at the middle of the screen the entire time, my friend. And hindi ko napansin yung oras. Maybe hindi yun nangyari dito sa NaVi.
Nag-fumble. Wala. Masyadong focused sa pagkuha ng kills dito. While they also kind of lost it. I think Dupree also, he inflicted as much time damage dito para sa NaVi that they kind of hesitated. That one split second para makuha nila yung bomb plant lost out of their grasps. Ngayon, ang NaVi, again, forced into a timeout. They need to reset. Kasi that kind of round, it tilts you. You gotta wonder how it's doing sa kanila after that.
And then 11 to 13 Vitality. Taking advantage in terms of the score, not much in terms of the economy. One loose and they are back to the pistols. Pero yun na nga, NaVi kind of in the same place as well with the exception of NL, which has 4,200 right now. Perfecto going for the entry and yun na nga, not even too much of a problem. Isang pop flash lang galing kay Simple and they have banana control.
This, just like that, they knew what they needed to defend it talaga eh. Apex just had that close angle pero perfect flashes this time para sa NaVi. They mitigate that much pressure na pwedeng ilabas ng Vitality, but this time they rotate on down. Magisk just on top. He has that elevated angle, all supported by somebody below him as well. Si Dupree na pwedeng samahan si Zaiwu actually sprays on down, tinanungan yung pagpatay dito kay Magic. Si Electronic nakalabas dito sa smoke at bigla na lang nahanap si Zaiwu. 3 versus 2. Rotate pabalik doon sa bomba dahil ang A site, it's free for the taking para sa NaVi. Si Sphinx at si Dupree, balik sa B kung saan isa-save yung mga baril nila.
Dang. This is a tough one para sa Vitality. To say the least, a lot lost in terms of the weaponry. Baba pa na kanila economy dito. Not much loss bonus. So, really frustrating para dito sa Vitality. This loss especially. That all started dito sa may banana area natin. That one flash. And immediately itong NaVi just backing off na, knowing na meron na silang advantage. they're just playing their numbers very, very well itong NaVi. Not gonna lie, they're starting to clean up their act. But still, Vitality pa rin ang may lead dito. They need another one on the board to catch up.
I think this time, known na mabilis mag-rotate anyway ang Vitality. Plus, medyo, ano din eh, I guess I would say indecisive. Kung saan nga ba ma-ipi-place yung sarili niya to si Sphinx. They also had that priority on maybe placing Apex on the close angle. He was maybe hoping for another flash out for one of the players, the anchors on B side. Kaso, by the time na nabag-push na palabas ng banana tong NaVi, it was too little too late for the util to come in.
Yeah, but Eagle for the side of Vitality. Para kay Magisk and kay Zyru to be specific. Dupree and Sphinx on that M4. I think they're trying to go for massive damage. Dito sa may banana area natin. At least try and take one down and then get out and re-rotate dito sa ating A-site. But A-site is gonna be the target para dito sa NaVi so early in the round. 1 minute and 15 pa lang. And there's already so many crawling dito sa ating A-site. And mag-aantay na tayo. When is the hit gonna go through? Galing dito sa NaVi. Grabe naman yung shot na yun. Galing dito kay Electronic. Getting ito si Magisk mid-air. Pero Zyru getting simple in return. Tit for tat dito sa ating A-site. And ayun na nga, Electronic. Nakuha pa nga si Dupree Apex. Tamang takbo lang with the MP9. Nakuha na si Electronic. Zyru in the corner. Trying to get more damage dito sa balcony. But he could not get much more. 43 seconds, and after all that hellfire dito sa A-site, it is gonna be finally a NaVi plant. And ang tanong, retake pa to?
Calm before the storm. Actually, calm after the storm dahil one taps left and right. Raining bullets after each frag, each trade galing dito sa Vitality at NaVi, where now it's actually NaVi who comes out on top, man. One taps from both Bit at saka kay Zyru, man. Actually, from Electronic at saka kay NPL. And now you also lay down the battlefield this time, forcing both Zyru at saka si Sphinx to save up their guns for the next round. Man, you just gotta wonder how effective Electronic has been, not only as an IGL but also being one of the best riflers para sa buong mundo ng CS, no? So good in these kinds of exchanges, but Zyru was just better. God, one tap dito. Simple, who was just rotating on down doon sa top mid, man.
Yep. And Vitality with their last timeout in this map. So they're using lahat ng kanilang timeout dito. Understandable, they do not want to lose itong map number 1 natin. Yeah. Everyone's just waiting at this point. Dito sa...
Gusto ko yung keyboard na yun, no?
Which one?
Yung kay Apex. Yan yung color scheme na gusto ko. Not gonna lie.
I mean the French?
Yeah.
The French flag?
No, wait. That was the French flag.
I might be
I look
seeing
like
something wrong, pero yun lang.
Yeah. It's a teal. Parang white tapos teal.
Sorry sir, di po kasi ako keyboard.
Alam ko hindi ka keyboard eh.
Di po ako keyboard. Clackety clack clack. Pero yun na nga, 13-13. Oh my god, Vitality. I just looked down dun sa kanilang buy and it's not looking pretty, that's for sure. Dalawang rifle, those 2 rifles can definitely turn the tides, but they have to play around them perfectly dito sa ating game. NaVi, 5 AK strong para sa side nila. Hindi pa nag-go-up dito si Simple. Does not have to. Ayaw na yatang bumagal dito yung pag-atake ng NaVi. So I think he's gonna opt in for the AK for a bit.
I understand that. Kasi at this time, you just have to fight against the rifles. Nakita si Sphinx and I think he had a bit of awareness na one of the rifles present para sa Team Vitality ngayon. That was a double stack dito sa B site with the only rifles that they had para sa CT side. So this is a good read na lang for NaVi. Ignore yung rifles doon sa B site. Fight off the pistols para dito sa A site defense. for Vitality at this time around. Smokes out, flashes in ang NaVi. Nakita agad si Dupree. Nag-iisang anchor doon sa A-site. Si Magis din nahanap ni Perfecto. Clean as they come. Perfect read galing sa NaVi. Nets them the bomb plant. Possibly the 14th round win as well.
Yup, and Navi Nation must be livid right now with excitement, brimming with excitement actually. Navi finally gets the lead in this one. Their T side is not to be doubted. It's just as expected galing dito sa side ng Navi. Grabe naman. Vitality trying to hold on for dear life dito sa Inferno, and even Spinks is gonna go down. One less rifle para dito sa side ng Vitality. Pero nandito na si Zaibu trying to go for more, getting three. Oh my Jesus Christ. Even just let the man save at this point. 14 and 13 Vitality. Zaibu, no reaction. Casual 3K lang.
Ice cold.
But ice cold, man. He does not have to react. I mean, they're 14 and 13. He should not be happy at all dito sa game na to. And those are nice shots either way.
Extra money in the pockets of the Frenchman. Tapos, potential damage dito. Pero, at this point, Navi has secure money for the next 2 rounds anyway. So, negligible yung damage. Although it was clean and cool looking para sa Team Vitality, I don't think it's enough to disrupt their economy as a whole. Simple can just do simple things. Push palabas ng banana to find Apex as the first blood. And it wouldn't matter an inch. Even though they lost the previous round and they got a lot of damage, it just doesn't matter if you got a star like this. 5 versus 4, they rotate on lang pabalik doon sa may mid-side. Just to be cautious of if the double stack can work on B para sa Vitality.
Oh, 1 minute left on the clock. I think Navi is stretching the time once again. Pero grabe naman Perfecto. How do you get that? Despite jumping on the barrel, nakuha niya pa nga dito si Spinks. So he has to back off. Dito sa ating site, it is gonna be Dupree. Dupree, definitely a capable player na nakita natin kanina. But going up against 5 is quite the task. So si Zaibu instead is gonna opt in for that op dito sa may middle area natin. And you're gonna hope your best it actually works, and it does! Oh! Magisk with a 3K dito sa ating middle side, and there it is. That one moment, that one mistake cost Navi what could have been match point dito sa ating game number 1. But knowing Vitality, they are not gonna let this one go so early. There it is, grabe naman. All that just because nag-set up lang sila sa mid with that op.
Past few rounds, they already made the same play of trying to pull away from that aggressive push doon pa lang sa may banana just to ultimately take that mid-top control to get the A site eventually. Pero this time, it's the long-range angle, short-range bait and switch. And it was the op from Zaiwu that started it again para ma-pick up ni Magisk yung clean 4K na yun. I don't think I saw a clean flash as well. Lack of utility to try to maybe secure themselves that clear doon sa may quad area, pero that's led them to Navi's demise the time around. Baka ngayon sa last buy round ng Navi makuha yung kanilang match point dito, possibly map point dito sa ating first game of the day or first game of this series. It's kind of weird to say first game of the day considering what time it is.
Yep. 3:42 a.m. 10 p.m. was advertised, pero you know, we get a little late to say the least. Dito sa dito sa ating stream. Nothing too out of the ordinary, to be fair. Dupree, and just like that, 4 Navi members are down. Deja vu in that situation. Grabe naman yun. Bit is gonna try to make it happen at least, pero Apex in and around the corner getting that one.
Another chance at securing yung patio area na naman. And it's the same position where Magus held it, but this time it was more fortified. Kasi si Tupri naman, plus you got that support from the long range angle, plus another one below you dun sa patio area. Frustrations building up na naman para kay Simple at sa NaVi as a whole. And it's reflected sa economy nila. 4 pistols, 4 Tech 9s. At kapag hindi na nakuha yung entry, then they cannot get overtime. But that's the win con. And that is what they need to grind for this time around.
Ay. If you're NaVi here, man, any edge na pwede na makuha dito sa round na to could definitely help, that's for sure. Ay. I mean, I'm trying to think of like anything na pwedeng gawin dito ng NaVi. Single B crunch can definitely work. Kung mahanap nila si Spinks.
Caterpillar smokes, tapos takbo na lang papunta doon sa site. Nang nakalabas yung 4 na Tech 9. Run and gun na lang. Maybe. Possibly the only Galil to support si Electronic. They got the flashes as well. The smokes could be out, so that signals Vitality that it's a commit towards B. No lurks whatsoever. 5-man death watch para sa NaVi. It's the Caterpillar smokes, but it's the one tap. Galing kay Naple to find Apex ngayon. One of the anchors as Perfecto perfects his position. Nahanap si Spinks at biglang 5-man rush. It worked out para sa NaVi. Makuha yung bomb plant sa B. And lurking on that try retake para dito sa Team Vitality. Magus. Oh, he got the shot onto bit. And that's the opening dito sa post plant natin. Zaiwu got that AWP. And Simple. Oh! Shut down agad si Zaiwu before that AWP can do anything. It's all falling down to the retake scenario. Kaso, forced out ng overtime dahil sa post plant natin for NaVi.
Yeah, overtime pa nga. I mean, NaVi just refuses to let go of itong Inferno, and you can't really blame them. Malaking advantage pag tawakan nila. Pag tawakan nila yung map number 1. But this is getting tough para dito sa Vitality, not gonna lie. They're having to figure out itong NaVi again and again and again. And straight into OT we go.
Second overtime for the day, I believe. Second or third. So far, we have lost count. Pero para dito sa Team Vitality, endurance against NaVi who have yet to falter ngayon, mga kaibigan. It's to the test of time now. They force overtime. Malamas dito sa French squad natin. Team Vitality now yet again exchanging utility. Incendiary papunta doon sa may molly position on the banana area to try to control yung pag-push ng NaVi. Spraying on down, exchanging bullets left and right. Simple, not catching too much, but he does get a bit of damage dito kay Spinks, who is down 17 HP. Quickly, it converts into possibly another slow take into the B side push. Banana yet again being the contestant. Apex with a quick peek. Simple with another. That's Dupree, the only man who stands between them. Some mid-top position. He does whiff the shot from the AWP, but that was so quick. That was so close. Naple, he does get that spray on towards Dupree and Magus. That's huge. Opened up yung site doon sa may A site. Spinks left all alone. Na kanina pang 17. But against 3 players of NaVi who are fairly healthy, almost impossible para makuha yung 1v3 clutch dito.
Yup. 24 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time to plant. Para dito kay Mr. Perfecto. And Spinks na lang natitira. He's gonna save that 100%. Pero it was just pure hell sa start ng ating round. Pero Nipple with the clutch 3K dito sa ating game. Grabe naman yun. Just jumping out of the balcony side. Pretty easy pag walang tao dito sa may pit. And NaVi, you know nga, they get 16 and 15 first blood dito sa ating OT. pretty good sign for the team that's trying to get the enemy map pick at the moment.
Vitality were this close to steal away yung what is left dito sa Inferno map natin for NaVi, but this time lumalaban, bumabawi. Gumagante yung ape. For majority of them being Ukrainians now for there's a NaVi. And it all started with like how impactful NPL has been. Like you mentioned, wala masyadong resistance dun sa may apartments pa lang. Parang they gave up like apartments control and they had more focus doon sa may B-site focus or defense, which honestly I wouldn't blame them kasi Banana has always been the focal point for NaVi for a few of these rounds, but ngayon man, it's no different. You can see how fast Electronic has been sa pag-push dito sa sandbags, and if they're not careful, man, Electronic can just go wide, this wide.
Yep. And oh my god. Oh, kala ko makuha pa yun ni NPL. That was absolutely bonkers of a swing of his mouse back into the player.
Against Dupree.
Against Dupree. I mean, if he got Dupree, that would have been huge. But it is going to be Vitality picking these players off one by one. Then nakikita na nga natin, NaVi are just looking for something on the other side of the map. Simple just gonna man it out dito sa ating B side. Let's see what is about to happen. Does have a bit of space and does get a bit of info. He knows that one person is in the pillar side. Alam na nandun si Apex. Molotov is gonna go through. They need to do this quick bago makalabas yung mga ibang players dito sa may city side natin, or else it's gonna be pretty bad. Pero Sphinx nakuha pa nga si Simple dito. Perfecto could not get another one because of the flash. And 16 and 16. Vitality, they close it out dun sa round na yun. Pati ko nga, like, when it is more of those slow-moving rounds, mas may advantage yung Vitality kasi meron silang time para mag-set up ng defense dito. And I would say some of the players like to overextend a bit, kaya they do like a little time, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, the sign is that for the past few rounds now, Simple hasn't been picking up that AWP because he wants to play that fast play. Now he has the AWP, the gun that he's most known for. Dito siya nagkaroon ng name stay, mga kaibigan. He's now gonna be shining with that big green. Pwede na lang kunin yung banana control dito. Maybe he could have the fighting chance against Apex, which Sphinx on the close angle. Good shot dito, papunta kay Perfecto. Lighting him up kasama ng molly na lalabas ni Apex as well. Good combination para ma-fish out tong si Perfecto before they can get that banana control rolling. Simple, sobrang lapit. AWP in hand. He has trapped itong si Sphinx, but the flash, perfect galing kay Apex. Perfect triple kill for Sphinx to pick it all up. It's all down to Bit yet again, a 1v5, but even though he's a one-tap machine, masyadong malaki yung pwedeng ilabas ka.
Yep. And yeah, I mean, just like I said, those slower paced rounds, nagkakaroon talaga ng opportunity para gumalaw itong Vitality, makahanap ng space dito sa ating mapa. And that exactly they did. And nagkakaroon na sila ng confidence para gumawa ng mga ganitong type ng play. Great flash from Mr. Apex himself dito sa may banana area. And there it is. 2 rounds left para dito sa Vitality to close this entire map out. 3 for NaVi Nation. So, it is still pretty intense. It is still pretty close. Definitely doable pa rin para sa side ng NaVi dito. But if they want to finish this game, they're gonna have to get all 3.
Yep. They need to go all 1 yards. Kung kailangan nilang kunin yung overtime na ito, Simple whipping that first shot. It's a sign that he's tired. He's been tested all throughout this Inferno map, especially against Vitality, who has shown that they are their match ngayon. A bit of shots doon sa may banana. They also detected yung AWP ni Simple. Has made his presence known doon sa previous round pa lang, which honestly, yung absence ng AWP, it's advisable since NaVi have been trying to go for that fast tempo push all this time, but now favoring yung pag-control ng map, maybe that is the best thing to do. But Dupree, oh my God! Perfect time to swing out of the smoke at nakita si Simple at si NPL. Maybe a triple, maybe not. Bit with another 2 for 1, at least to make it a bit more even, kaso
They don't have to commit.
they don't have to commit indeed.
Oh, how does he find that? I think tumapak yata ng sandali lang dito si Bit and they got free information pero Electronic nakakuha na ng dalawa dito sa ating side. And this is what I was saying, man. You do not have to commit. B side is probably wide open and I think alam na ni Magisk to. It's not even bat an eye. And there it is. I mean, this is gonna be good para kay Zaiwu, no? Who does have the opportunity to play itong new box and or yung dark. Meron pa siyang AWP. That long smoke dito rin sa my city is gonna help him to at least play these long angles. Pero merong smoke dito si Perfecto. Can block off yung vision dito ni Zaiwu. Pero it's gonna be a tough one, man. Ooh.
Oh,
Nasty angles.
you can't smoke that. You can't smoke that. You just cannot. Magisk just has the perfect wide angle. Well, actually, it's a very narrow shot. Kahit makalabas sila ng CT, they just have to find 1 pixel of Magisk, but that's literally impossible. What about Dupree here? Ito yung impact na hinahanap natin from him. This guy stepped up. Fearless. Palabas dun sa smoke. At nakakita agad ng milagro. Dalawa on top of each other and it's simple decode. That's actually one of the frags that he got there.
Yep. Magisk. He knows his angles, man. Kaya hindi mo dapat talagang i-underestimate itong si Magisk at any of these situations, whether he is 10 and 23 or, 21 and 23 at this very time. Pero yun na nga, tamang exchange lang ng mga nades sa start ng ating round. Electronic down to 12 HP. Vitality 1 round away from winning overtime. Dito sa Inferno, a well-fought map to say the least, and he has to show himself that Simple is gonna kind of be hesitant on the trigger. It might be the regret galing nga dito kay Simple that he did not shoot earlier dito sa ating side. And 1 minute na lang natitira. Vitality actually opting in for the B-side take instead. Si Spinks ay isang napakalaking distraction ng pala para dito sa Vitality. NaVi going for the retake immediately pero si Spinks papunta ng B. Plant is gonna go through. That's gonna be big para dito kay Spinks, no? Pag makuha ni si Electronic. That's gonna be 1 down. Retake.
That's map.
That's over.
That's map.
That's map right there.
That's map right there. Yeah, for the long range angle na sineta pa ni Spinks and another 1 tap para ma-close out ang Inferno para sa NaVi. It's 19-17 I believe para sa NaVi, man. Team Vitality, the perfect match against NaVi dito sa mapang to. And if they needed to count out Simple, you just have to fall on both Dupree at si Magisk. Wala masyado na nagawa itong si Simple. Even though he has the GOAT status, what about 2 GOATs in Team Vitality as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, this is the most Vitality scoreboard. The exception of dito kay Zaiwu, he usually drops like 35 or something. Pero ito nga yung pinaka Vitality na scoreboard that you would actually see. Apex 18 and 22, Magisk and Dupree 21, 23, 21, 22. Pero yung dalawang 21 frags na yun, you can really feel the impact of it. Those are game-winning frags that you are seeing galing dito kay Magisk and kay Dupree. And Vitality seems like they want to at least end things dito sa ating year with a bang dito sa Inferno. But we do have map number 2 still, Nuke. Medyo may problema yung Vitality dun sa mapa na yun. But at the same time, if Zaiwu pops off, that could be all the difference for either of these squads. HLTV says nothing about these two. So, ano na lang, off of experience of you and me casting itong itong particular na series na to. And I do think both sides are pretty good at Nuke. Kaso yun lang, NaVi just has that little edge dito sa mapa na to.
It's not little, it's literally what they're known for. Like as a squad, with the resurgence of Bit and Perfecto, Simple era sa NaVi. I mean, it's Nuke. Nuke sila. Dun sila sa Nuke nagkaroon ng legacy. Like as a trio. This time, it's their chance to cement their own legacy dito against could possibly be a very early knockdown into the elimination bracket for NaVi, but now they're given a chance. Lalo na sa comfortable nilang mapa sa Nuke, kung saan Team Vitality have forced out yung hand ng NaVi. Getting the map pick, maybe forcing them into a situation where they need to get that reverse sweep, but that is if they get nuked as well, kasi malaki yung hopes natin kasi sobrang close ang laban na to. You also saw like shining moments from NPL, pero mas nag-shine tong si Dupree tsaka si Mages in a lot of the situations where Zaiwu consistent frags, but Dupree just gets the impact frags na nag-stop talaga sa pag-momentum shift ng Natus Vincer. So
Yep.
a lot to like note down for players for Vitality, but enough to get themselves this Inferno map where we're gonna have an exciting nuke to see if makakapag-comeback ang NaVi.
Yep, and this entire thing is like a learning experience para sa FPL, to be honest. So we don't. I would not say we are expecting much galing dito sa NaVi, but at the same time, it is NaVi, so you know you expect them to be in the winning position every time. But we'll just have to wait and see kung mangyayari ngayon sa map number 2. Interesting stat, yung apat na stack ni Perfecto, Bit, Electronic, and Simple. 85% win rate on the second map. The only team to beat them for the past 6 months is FaZe on the IEM Cologne 2022. So medyo malayo-layo pa yung other tournament na yun. So maybe NaVi is still that team na can just close out Nuke, no problem. Pero may kita pa natin, Vitality has their magic. So let's not underestimate them. Magisk. That could definitely happen. Pero ayun nga, that is it for map number 1 of this best of 3. Is it gonna be 2-0 para dito sa Vitality, or is it gonna be a map 3 banger and we go into Mirage para dito sa NaVi? We'll just have to wait and see. Once again, shout out to Rivalry.com. Of course, Rivalry.com/thePontable.xc for up to $200 deposit bonus. So if mag-bet kayo dito sa ating best of 3, make sure to use the best betting website in the world, Rivalry.com. And of course, CSGO Fast if you want the best and the most best priced skins in and around the market. Then make sure to go to CSGO Fast. So once again, shout out to CSGO Fast. If you want skins, make sure to go to csgofast.com. And yun na nga, that is it for me and Dan Femina for now, guys. We will be right back, so do not go anywhere.
3, 2, 1.
This is Keanu Reeves, and welcome to Rush Lane. Rush Lane is a new intense multiplayer racing game where you can compete against real players to win real money. Set in the towering crime-filled metropolis of Hub City, here champions put their life on the line for glory, power, and riches in the ultimate death race known as the Rush Lane. How does it work? Simple. Pay a small stake to jump into the next race. All the stakes go into the prize pool, so the more players, the more money there is to win. Once enough players join, the race is on. Races last just a couple of minutes and are fully automated. Rush Lane is driven by our unique physics-based randomness engine. Starting positions, track segments, and traps are all randomly generated, and we've tested over 10,000 races to ensure no player has any advantage over another. Cheer on your racer as they scream down the winding city streets and through mysterious alternate worlds filled with dangerous traps and pitfalls. The first player to cross the finish line wins the biggest share of the prize pool. But don't worry, the top few finishes are also in the mix to win. The exact number of winners will change depending on how many players were in the race. The more players, the more winners. Rush Lane is live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so you can jump into the action anytime you want. Good luck out there, racers. Only on Rivalry.com.
3, 2, 1.
This is Keanu Reeves, and welcome to Rush Lane. Rush Lane is a new intense multiplayer racing game where you can compete against real players to win real money. Set in the towering crime-filled metropolis of Hub City, here champions put their life on the line for glory, power, and riches in the ultimate death race known as the Rush Lane. How does it work? Simple. Pay a small stake to jump into the next race. All the stakes go into the prize pool, so the more players, the more money there is to win. Once enough players join, the race is on. Races last just a couple of minutes and are fully automated. Rush Lane is driven by our unique physics-based randomness engine. Starting positions, track segments, and traps are all randomly generated, and we've tested over 10,000 races to ensure no player has any advantage over another. Cheer on your racer as they scream down the winding city streets and through mysterious alternate worlds filled with dangerous traps and pitfalls. The first player to cross the finish line wins the biggest share of the prize pool. But don't worry, the top few finishes are also in the mix to win. The exact number of winners will change depending on how many players were in the race. The more players, the more winners. Rush Lane is live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so you can jump into the action anytime you want. Good luck out there, racers. Only on Rivalry.com.
3, 2, 1.
This is Keanu Reeves, and welcome to Rush Lane. Rush Lane is a new intense multiplayer racing game where you can compete against real players to win real money. Set in the towering crime-filled metropolis of Hub City, here champions put their life on the line for glory, power, and riches in the ultimate death race known as the Rush Lane. How does it work? Simple. Pay a small stake to jump into the next race. All the stakes go into the prize pool, so the more players, the more money there is to win. Once enough players join, the race is on. Races last just a couple of minutes and are fully automated. Rush Lane is driven by our unique physics-based randomness engine. Starting positions, track segments, and traps are all randomly generated.
At muling nagbabalik dito sa World Finals ng Blast Premier mga kaibigan. Day 1 at nandito tayo sa final best of 3 natin where Team Vitality have won the Inferno map. Ang map pick nila mga kaibigan. We're now heading into the second map. para dito sa Team NaVi, wherein eto na yung kanilang map pick. It is Nuke, one of their most comfortable maps throughout the history of NaVi as a whole, and Team Vitality are stepping into their territory. They have beaten them once on Nuke before, that was a very long time ago. Malay mo, magkaroon ng same story, or will it be a different one?
Yep. Will it be a different one indeed? I mean, NaVi, kagaya nga na sinabi mo, historically a Nuke team, can definitely finish this one off very quickly, no? Kung, nakikita natin yung usual na NaVi, and they only need like 3 people online siguro dito sa Nuke, and they're pretty much sorted. Pero ayun nga, I mean, you can't count Vitality out, especially considering itong si Apex, he has been calling his fair share of ang ating Nuke games. He's not the best, he's not the cream of the crop pagdating sa ating mga Nuke callers, but definitely he can do some damage dito sa ating game. So we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, Vitality have to play at a pace na hindi kayang ma-keep up dito ng NaVi, which is pretty hard to say the least.
Lalo na since they're in the map pick now of NaVi, where they played a proactive game, forcing out yung short range doon pa lang sa may squeaky doors, plus B being one of the more difficult routes for retake. You can be sure that either Perfecto or etong si NPL, they could be lurking around the shadows, but I just mentioned his name. He's the biggest question mark for NaVi ngayon. And since we have been talking about it being a NaVi map, ano kaya yung magiging pagbabago now that NPL is in the mix? They have been used to it being Boomage or si SDY, yung maglalaro sa kanilang Nuke games. Now that they have a newcomer, at hindi ko nga alam kung ipapasok nila si SDY or si NPL for this one. What if they do? Ano naman yung magiging changes nila dito against Team Vitality?
Yeah, I feel like if they're gonna play it safe, sige, pasok niyo agad si SDY dito. NPL's already gotten this time in the sun siguro. But yeah, I would say if they're just gonna be running itong si SDY, I don't think it's gonna be anything different galing dito sa side ng Vitality. Kasi nga, yun nga, they've already played in this map before, in this setup. So I would say nothing much is gonna change para dito sa Vitality. I think they're still gonna play the exact same pace that they're gonna play dito sa ating Nuke side. Pero titignan pa natin. I think they might play slightly different kasi nga, less lenient si SDY pagdating sa mga proactive na plays.
I think that's the difference between SDY tsaka si NPL, where SDY, he usually becomes that reactive force, but etong si NPL, he's willing to take more risk. He's willing to be like the front line whenever nagpupush yung ating Team Vitality. I mean, nagkaroon na ng chance itong si NPL to show his aggression. And he has popped up in a few moments. Glimpses of brilliance para dito kay NPL. And if he can have another opportunity, Nuke is the best spot. Pero hindi si NPL ang maglalaro. It's SDY now back into the mix. Na Nostra agad ni Sneaky Frog na baka ito na nga yung safe choice para sa NaVi, and I feel like that is a good spot nga naman para sa kanila.
Yep, I would say SDY is perfect choice siguro, especially pagdating sa mapa kagaya nga ng Nuke. I mean, there's a lot of spots where you just want to play at one place at all times, and I think SDY is really good pagdating sa mga situation na ganun. Pero NaVi na andito na nga sa ating B-site thanks to that one smoke dito sa may vents natin. But I think they're gonna allow itong si Zywoo to start taking some control dito sa may lobby side. But Electronic is gonna try to predict that. Pero grabe naman, Simple with a P250 to the dome of Apex. And naging 4v5 na agad na situation. Vitality gonna opt in to just scroll back dito sa kanilang base and just save the upgraded pistols, I guess. Yung half armor, yung mas malaking habol nila dito.
Yeah, you say cut off yung losses na lang nila. I-sacrifice na lang si Apex, who was putting his hand too deep into the cookie jar. Simple, a very narrow shot. Kita mo, yung one tap papunta kay Apex, man. P250 difference. Compared to like the P2000 that they had in the previous game. Man, on the T side now, they feel a bit more comfortable. Ngayon na nasa home territory sila dito sa Nuke map natin. They had like a long streak of winning dito sa Nuke map. And it was a long time before somebody could take away or at least get that first loss for NaVi dito sa Nuke. It was Vitality before, but that was like a very that was like a different era. That was a different lineup for Vitality. Parang I think that was around the time na nandun pa rin si kapatid ni Scream, Nevera. Yeah. Misuta nandun pa rin sa Vitality, man. Good times.
Yep. You can call them good times. I mean, such a douche for saying this, pero they did not win too many things nung hindi sila masyado nanalo nung yun nga yung lineup nila. I like Misuta, man. I think he's a really good player kung nilagay mo nga siya sa tamang team. Pero ayun nga, I don't think that was the right team at the moment para sa kanila dito. Hopefully they do find something though. Misuta, he's around there somewhere. Dito sa free agency, floating around sa ano. You know what free agency usually what do free agents usually do? I'm not so sure. Looking for teams, of course, syempre.
Mga free sila.
Yeah.
Free to do anything.
And Misuta's pretty young, man. 2003, before the turn of the century even. So he's gonna be quite a sought after talent. Speaking of sought after, Mr. Madisk with a 1D dito kay Electronic, but the rest of NaVi are just gonna start to move in. That was a 2-minute round, really. That felt like 5, to be fair. Pero Zaibu and Apex na lang natitira dito. Scout and a Deagle. Maybe Apex can get one. Maybe si Perfecto. No, SDY pala ang magiging biktima ng grenade na yun. So I think NaVi just gonna get the second round. Okay, that's pretty easy para sa side nila. Not much done. Tamang presence lang on both sides and then crawl right back up dito sa A with additional angles that you got from the earlier fights. And 2-0 on the T side, man, of all things. This is what NaVi is good at. Yung pinaka-underrated thing sa nuke ng NaVi. Their T side's also really, really dangerous to deal with. Kaya every time nakakalabanan mo talaga yung NaVi, you have to be ready on both sides.
Yeah. Ay, medyo unorthodox na nga yung quick push nila dun sa vents papunta sa B. Usually people would rush on down, maybe like a hot push if they wanted to take A. Siguro pwede ring paglabanan agad yung silo. Kaso no, it's just creativity from NaVi since alam nila kung paano laruin to. And they beaten so many top tier teams except, FaZe. That ultimately gave them one of their leaders. That's all in the past. It's like Katowice, if I'm not mistaken.
Pretty much. Yep. Yeah. Outside control galing dito side ng NaVi. Turns out the second round force buy did not serve itong Vitality too well. Now they have to go for a full-on eco. Bit's gonna get tagged up a bit pero hindi naman masyadong bawas itong si Bit that he cannot get more impact going. As long as nakakross na siya dito sa secret, he is A-okay. There's gonna be a lead push manggagaling sa kanya later. Parang he's just like a mine that you have to plant dito sa may secret. And then it's gonna eventually pop once, they start moving. It's like a
parang
moving
insurance
mine.
It's like insurance lang din
policy,
yeah, something na nilagay nila sa contract. Hindi nabasa ng Team Vitality. Oh! But Perfecto. Hindi niya nabasa yung assignment. Pagpasok pa lang sa angulo ni Zaiwu, he just walked into that one tap. It's a 2-for-1 dahil dito pa rin yung kill galing kay SGY, who does show more comfortability with on NaVi's side here sa nuke. A bit more to required para dito kay SGY. I feel like he's pulling a lot more weight into this matchup considering the tension that he had with Simple. Debris, first time, 5-7, a bit more damage kay Bit, who does get the one tap kay Apex. Nicely done. They even convert on down towards B. Suddenly, Team Vitality lost out on timing.
Yeah, I don't get why they don't go for this. Wala bang call? Galing kay Dupree na kind of messed them up a bit with the 5-7. I do not think they want to go for it. I think hinahanap lang nila early exits galing dito sa NaVi, making sure that they get out of this site with a clean slate. Pero hindi naman masyado mababawasan yung NaVi dito. I think they can buy one less round siguro pag namatay sila lahat, which I think is the objective para dito sa side. And now Vitality dualies are out. Fit is gonna get one, pero Magisk is gonna get them all standing back for the explosion, and then meron na siyang AK-47. Makakabili pa dito yung NaVi, but I think yung kanilang buy at the moment is only worth one round. And pag natalo pa sila doon, they might have to be forced to go for an upgraded eco. Pero yeah, I mean, dami pa rin options para dito sa side ng NaVi. Pero Vitality, you know, they're starting to build it up slowly. Pero wala pa silang panalo dito, so that could really set them back.
For the long term though, Team Vitality have set up their economy pretty nicely. Compared to like NaVi, where they need this buy round to work, kaya yung full rush, it's justified. Eto, yung push agad sa vents, na nahanap agad di perfecto. Pero dahil sa smokes, dahil dito sa utility, they just need to be cautious. They don't need to overpeak. Lalo na dito sa city side ng Vitality ngayon. Hinihintay ni Spinks yung pag-dissipate ng smoke at pagtaas sa dito sa Hotman. He has a better angle to set up. Ever that they do commit on towards A ngayon. Perfecto still inside of Secret, maybe to look on down towards B. Waiting for NaVi to make a choice. Waiting for Spinks to maybe use as much util as possible. Konting smokes na lang. May player na also nag-hold dun sa may ramp. It's Apex. Try to hold things down. The line, yung grenade na pwedeng i-mitigate yung damage, yung pressure na nilalabas ng NaVi. Eventually, they will explode somewhere. But where?
Just a guessing game at this point kung saan nga magagaling itong NaVi. Already set everything up. But can they execute? That is the right question. Meron ng mga rifles dito ang Vitality, so they can definitely fight back. Not the best scenario, no? Especially pag naglalaro ka ng nuke ang mga ganitong situation. Pero, Zai would needed to hold that down. Spinks na lang mag-isa dito sa site. Does get the kill, pero exposed na siya dito sa may taas. He does get the second one, pero Perfecto is gonna go in. Oh my god, Apex needed to swing first. The situation na yun, that is tough, man. Apex, you need to swing that first, brother.
They needed that. They needed that so much. And to risk this sort of buy round meant that they needed to trade it all off. It was so close. They pulled back si Perfecto dun sa insurance policy na meron sila back into the push onto the A site. Even though Spinks had like this amount of damage, Perfecto was just perfect. Pagbalik dun sa A site, perfect entry into that 3 kills that Perfecto had, man. Kahit nahanap niya yung Raptors play, but Magisk, put his hand too deep into the cookie jar. Again, simple, punishing yung forward push na tong si Magisk and giving him another numbers advantage over to NaVi.
Yun lang.
So close.
They expected him. Pero I really don't like na bibigay ng Vitality every time yung vents control. That spot has got to be so important. Yeah. Pag walang vents control yung kalaban dito, they have less access dito sa secret and then less access to A site overall. Pero pag nabibigyan sila ng libreng A take dito or an event take, you get some control dito sa B all the way dito sa my control room if it's allowed. And you lose so much of the map pag wala ka talagang vents control dito, and Vitality is just paying the price.
Yeah, giving away space. NaVi have been manipulating that kind of space na kanina pa nilang ginagawa kahit ng first round pa lang. It's the same push again onto the default spot sa B site. And in a couple of those rounds, it's parang 50-50 nila kung sa B or sa A again. Which kind of makes NaVi a bit more unpredictable in that state. And yung lack of control, yung lack of pressure na from Vitality, yes, they had their focus doon sa A-side pa lang. But it was at hot. Kung saan Spinks had like good angles to set up forward. But nobody to trade it half. Kasi they were also invested into yung Raptors position na kanina pa ginagawa ni Apex din. And the lack of control nga naman doon sa vents is also what's giving away yung price setup dito sa Vitality.
First time out. Galing dito sa Vitality. Damn.
Okay.
Aga. It's pretty early for a timeout. Galing dito sa Vitality.
pretty early for the next day.
Yeah, that's true. Electronic not even looking at the papers, bro. Simple, not even listening. He's like, get this man out of my ears. Just trying to frag. You know, man, 5-0, man. Jesus. Electronic is 0-4. No wonder this man unplugged his ears. I'm not trying to hear what this man is saying right now. Pero yun na nga, NaVi. Pretty sizable lead dito sa ating game. Perfecto, 5-1. Parang tama ka nga nung sinabi mo nun. Perfecto's in that upswing ngayon. As of recent, para dito sa NaVi. And he has been a big factor, to say the least. Electronic with the twist push. We call that thing that now. Pero Electronic is only gonna get 1. Perfecto's gonna get 2. No more late insurance policy or anything dito sa my secret area natin. They just straight up fought everyone dito sa Vitality. 6-0 dito sa kanilang T-side. And I'm already gearing up for a map 3, brother. Because itong T-side na to is not looking good.
Nakataas na pa ako kasi nagre-relax na ako because NaVi are doing it. On fire and no doubts kasi Nuke is definitely their home turf and it's all showing kasi Perfecto has usually become like that reserve player. Now they kind of like swap between like a bit on who they want to get on that second entry. Perfecto naman yung nagiging perfect formula, yung perfect part of the equation for NaVi to actually get those aggressive pushes dun sa may A. And again, red now the focus for players of NaVi to maybe head into garage. With pressure from Magisk, a bit more of the spray doon sa may smoke para man lang mag-think twice sila bago sila mag-push doon sa kabilang side ng red. But because of this pause, because of the reset, man, it's making Vitality a bit more anxious kung i-hold pa rin nila to. Hey, what a shot, man. Dupree is even going in for another. Magisk, the duo of both from last team that they got, man. Vitality. And that was their first round and on the board, and it was that close.
Yep. But it's a point either way. Ito nga hinahanap ng Vitality dito. The points by any means necessary. And yun nga, the more forward aggression galing sa side nila, not letting the lobby crunch even happen in the first place. That's good. That's good para dito sa side ng Vitality. And a timeout immediately para dito sa NaVi. They do not want any mistakes dito sa Nuke, man.
Yeah. Perfectionist. Kasi it's their map pick. It's their map. It's not just their map pick. It's the map of NaVi. Mas malaking diin kasi, you know, just the history between yung core ng NaVi with their map dito. And I also would like to point out that Vitality, although they have been lacking on the pressure that they have been throwing, although misplaced kasi they have been attempting doon pa lang sa may red, but that's not the best place to do so. Since in one of those rounds out of the 5 rounds na NaVi have won that aggressive A push, it's always been on the hut. Pero Perfecto and Simple, at least they still get everything that they need and SDY to follow through. A double out from SDY. At NaVi, eventually they explode, papasok doon sa may A and Apex alone for Vitality.
Damn. Just like that? They lost the A side? Grabe naman yun. I mean, I did not expect like another A crunch to work galing dito sa side ng NaVi. You see the replay, man. Perfecto just ran in. Big idea dapat dito ni Mantis that he was just gonna delay itong A push with that hot challenge. Pero hindi. SDY even spotting itong si Zybo in the corner. That is just crazy. NaVi already up to 7 dito sa kanilang T side. Vitality might need another timeout.
Yeah. One more reset. Apex, he just did not hit the swing. God. I think he has a day job. He's either a pro player by night, by day he's a painter. Spraying walls all over. I mean, for a good chance, NaVi did try to explode onto Hut and it was like nag-switch around na sila so kung saan nila yung approach. Kanina it was around like the vents area. Now it was like the red side where they tried to put more pressure. Now they go for another chance. It's a different entrance at this time. It's catching Vitality off guard. And that's the most important factor to consider. That Vitality, although they have experience with playing NaVi in Nuke, ngayon parang ibang NaVi yung kalaban nila ngayon eh. Especially a revitalized one na kasama ngayon si SDY. Comfort is showing.
There it is. Comfort is showing, pero Perfecto and SDY are gonna go down dahil dito kay Spinks, man.
No.
This guy has changed the angles for the past 3 rounds and finally it worked. Kanina dito sa taas, kanina dito sa may hut, and after that right next to it. Finally worked out in Spinks' favor. I mean, as long as hindi talaga makahanap ng initial control dito sa may vents and or sa may secret area itong NaVi, it's gonna be a hard time para sa kanila. And this is just one of those rounds na naisip ng NaVi, okay, let's try to go for a 5-man crunch dito sa A, and it did not work out. Did work out last time, pero ngayon hindi naman. And Vitality...
Oh no.
That's 1. That's gonna be 2. Yun na lang. I mean, Vitality finally find the second one on the board, but still it is 2-7 para dito sa NaVi, no? Malaking lead pa rin dito sa first half. And it is on D side. Vitality, what you can hope na lang dito sa game na to is at least go for an 8-7, pero knowing yung T-side dito na NaVi, that's gonna be a tough task.
Yeah. Too much to ask. It's probable, pero yung caliber ng NaVi is just a different animal when you put them on Nuke above everything else. Pero possible to get the third round considering yung broken buy ng NaVi. Yung pwede kapag they give up yung red control. So Magisk has been attempting this so much. This time, it could work. Kasi wala dito yung flashes. Papasok. Gamit lang ng Tech 9s. Dalawa. Galing yung Magisk. Tamang spray lang. Nilabas ng USP. Maybe a fourth. There you go. Vitality. Jesus, with Magisk on the helm. Kontrolado ang red. At hindi tuloy nakapasok ng secret ang NaVi. Perfecto alone, a 1v4, impossible, maybe improbable. With one shot, all makes the difference. Para sa Vitality, another round to the mix.
Yep. And that is what they needed. Yung kanina pang push ni Matis na ginagawa niya sa labas finally working. I mean, considering na naka-pistols lang ang mga players dito ng NaVi, it is a slight win, but you know, Vitality, they need to have more secure outside control dito sa mapa na to. They cannot allow those secret pushes to work para dito sa NaVi. And if they can get that, then, you know, they can get back into the game. Pero medyo madami-dami pa yung mga rounds, 4 to be exact, para maka-catch up yung either team dito. Pero NaVi looking for that 9-3 finish. Imagine 9-3 sa loop, man. That's gonna be crazy.
9 3kers. Ay, iba pala. This time, could be a different story for Spinks again. Holding down the short angle. It's Electronic and Bit to open up. But Spinks already lighting up the kill feed na naman. Double kill. Make it a third. Grabe naman. The newcomer dito sa Vitality from ENG. Showing up big amongst veterans. Across the board. Grabe.
Yeah, keep on emphasizing the last part. Pero yun lang, man. This is what you expect from Spinks. To be fair, if you give him a bit of space, then he can definitely make something happen. Dito sa ating mapa. And NaVi, nakapistol na lang sila dito. Deagles across the board, except dito kay Bit na naka P250 lang. Vitality, full everything in terms of the weaponry. And ngayon, medyo na pabasa na nila yung NaVi dito. But is it a little bit too late? But I'm not so sure about yung Vitality T-side dito sa mapa na to be fair. Pero we'll just have to wait and see what's the situation like para dito sa Vitality. Pero, you know, tamang taps lang on the outside. Nothing too major galing dito sa NaVi. I don't think this is gonna be one of those rounds where it's one press of the flash and it's gonna be a push. It's gonna be one of those slow burners siguro.
Yeah. Parang tamang whittle down na lang. Instead of a clean cut out of NaVi this time around. Vitality again taking a bit more precautious position ngayon after those 2 taps again from Magisk. He has the perfect angle again dito kay Bit, who's low on HP ngayon. 46, ZywOo to find the last frag. It's simple na lang. 1v5. Diga lang naman. Baka naman, di ba? Kapag nakita niyan siguro si Dupree, posible. Kaso, 30 seconds lang. 1 tap, papunta doon sa secret. Okay. Imposible pa rin, pero malay mo, pag ginawa niyang 3 versus 1, I could imagine it being a very possible clutch. He misses the second shot. Bumalik agad doon sa A-site. Siya na lang yung tatakbo. Siya na lang yung lalapit, pero siya rin yung mamatay in the end. Spinks holding the line. Again for Vitality. It's a 7-4. Climbing up yet again. Actually, I think it's 7-5.
Yep, 7-5 and NaVi. Just gonna be calling for that timeout. Uy, hindi Vitality actually. They want to secure itong second half na to, or first half na to, or at least what is the rest of it dito sa ating nuke side. Yeah, I mean, what can they think about para, makuha lang nila yung these next 3 rounds, man. These next 3 rounds, I would not say it's the decider, pero it's not really gonna turn the tides in its entirety. Pero, may onting confidence boost man lang para dito sa side ng Vitality na makita silang nasa dito sa city side. You're like, nice, dude. Alright, B-side time, I guess.
G about it. That could be it now for NaVi again. Just try to solidify their lead. Pero faltering in the first few rounds. I will ignore yung nade throw netong si Magis kasi he's been stellar so far dito sa ating map natin. Electronic spraying. Not too much dito kay Magis, who is down to 38, but it's not enough to net him the frag. ZywOo holding down yung secret again, controlled down the line, finds the frag dito kay Bit. Falls back papunta dito sa stairs where Magis also outside of everything finding itong si Perfecto. 3 versus 5 NaVi, although they had control nung una, they lose it all. With Spinks getting that double kill in Apex with a quick tap. Papunta kay Simple. It's a 7-6, man. They have started off strong sa ating first half where we have decided that attacking side for NaVi, it would have been their half, pero just a quick recovery from Vitality, enough to whittle it all down.
Yep. Grabe naman, Spinks as well. That 2K dito sa outside. This man is just a menace dito sa A-side and he just needs to keep on going. Because they need that type of presence dito sa A-side especially. That has been kind of the weakness itong transition between outside in towards the A-side. But now they have Spinks just defending it on his own. I mean, it's been quite a hard time para dito sa NaVi na makapasok in its entirety. But now nakatech na sila lahat dito. They're just going for the pure secret rush. But they do not know that ZywOo is there. Gamit ang kanyang AWP, just ready and waiting in and around the corner. And if papatayin nga nila dito si ZywOo, they get a op para kay Simple and maybe an AK for one of the players here. So ayaw yatang, nothing too antsy galing dito kay ZywOo.
ZywOo, again, the same spot kanina where he found Bit. Now he repositions himself. Going to stairs where he already found the second. Another out for Spinks. And this is the duo from Vitality showing up big against NaVi. Staring at the face of equalization against Vitality ngayon. Falling sa mga duels na meron sila. B-site now being the focus again for SDY and Simple. But ZywOo has been a menace. Kanina pa, nagiging impactful. Nakadalawa na nga itong si ZywOo at he just wants more, waiting for that door to open kahit alin pa dito. Nakita na nga yung shot dito kay Simple. Oh, but he's teasing him. Nakita yung shot! At sa ulo papunta yung bullet ng AWP ni ZywOo. Again, SDY left all alone. The headshot to Apex, not enough. And nandito yung refrag para sa Vitality. They got the lead yet again. Actually, does equalization the 7-7 before they can even get that 8-7. And it's smelling so close na mangyari yun.
Yup. And 8-7, definitely a possibility. Grabe naman. This streak, 6 straight galing dito sa side ng Vitality. NaVi has yet to score dito sa kanilang T-side, but I think their T-side's already done their job at this point. So I think okay na dito yung NaVi, but Vitality having to fight for every single point on the board and even space dito sa outside. Magisk gonna get taken down by Simple, pero napakalaking damage sa dalawang players dito na NaVi. So that could be a factor that you have to think about. Plus na wala pa si Perfecto. Apex looking to finish off these two low players. Nakika naman ng isa dito. Nade is gonna go through, pero si Spinks, before the nade even explodes, nakakuha pa nga siya ng dalawa dito sa may underside, and Zaiwu as well. Naku po. And I think this is just gonna be game over para dito kay SDY in this half. If he can clutch this, nakita mo na what's under the paper. Dun sa notes mo, may nakalagay kontrata. May kontrata na dyan. Right there, if you can clutch it.
Nakikita ko na, SGY, the new 5th player.
Yung post, nandun na yung post.
Oh no! Wala.
Naka-advance na yung post, nakalagay, welcome to NaVi, SDY, but he could not get it. Yun lang. 8-7 though, Vitality. Not the best half on Nuke. Pero, ayun nga, could be much worse, that's for sure.
Pwede na. You know, I mean, you gotta respect though yung Vitality with where they were lacking was pressure nung yung earlier stages ng first half, where NaVi were just given free space every time. Mas lalo na dito sa first half, first rounds pa lang actually. Now Vitality realized that the pressure was on. Mas lalo na doon sa may red area where Magisk was at home. Parang komportable siya sa pagbigay ng threat dito sa NaVi. Being the thorn on the side of the Ukrainian Esports org. God. He just cannot contain itong pressure na nilalabas itong si Spinks at saka itong si Zaiwu too. And although, man, even though mataas yung tension itong si Simple at saka si SDY, I feel like the latter, yung young gun for NaVi, has proven that he can be worth it. Like a very permanent spot dito sa NaVi in a few of these situations. Kaso, man, a long way to go if they want to like win this. Lalo na at may lead na yung Vitality.
Inisip ko lang like, what can SDY do that Hobbit cannot do better?
God.
Sa isip ko kaya. Ano bang hindi kayang gawin ni SDY na kayang gawin ni Hobbit? Hobbit's a clutch god.
Wait.
That's for sure.
But what can Hobbit do that Kenoit or Naufu at least can?
Gas, syempre, yun lang.
Oh,
That's the difference right there. Pero, ayun nga, I mean, that's what you have to think about kung ikaw si SDY dito. At the back of your head, Hobbit, is he really the perfect replacement para sa akin, or am I the perfect replacement? We'll just have to wait and see. Hell no. Guys, kahit bigyan pa ako ng isang napakalaking kontrata ng isang napakalaking org, I will not be an esports player. That is stressful to the max.
Hell yeah. Saying from as a semi-pro, yeah. Kaya ba yung lifestyle sa pagiging freelancer?
Oh, lifestyle. Wala kang lifestyle, bro. You wake up, you play CS, tapos, magbonding kayo ng teammates nyo after, then that's it. You go back to sleep, man.
Ano kaya yung bonding ni Simple at saka ni SDY to?
1v1. It's a 1v1 each other. Hanggang mag-tournament.
Suntukan sa custom lobby ng CS.
That was the thing dun sa NaVi Junior, man. They used to just hop into 1v1 servers to see who's better.
Maybe
Maybe
pala
that's kailangan.
Maybe that's what you need, no? Ganyan pala yung naging program sa NaVi Junior. Parang kanina pinag-usapan natin na NaVi Junior, or at least NaVi, they create superstars. Maybe that's why. The 1v1s.
Kailangan mo yung 1v1 muna si Simple before you get on the main team. That would be a banger test, to say the least. Pero yun na nga. I mean, I cannot say. I do not know enough Ukrainian people na I do not know what they do on their downtime. Airsoft? Pwede. Airsoft sounds really good. Pero, perfecto! Oh,
Wait, what?
gets 2 in the back immediately with 2 guns. Grabe naman yun. He gets the third as well para dito kay Apex. And Zaibu and Magis na lang natitira. Zaibu with a P250. Tamang open, close the door. Oh! Zaibu. He could
Close
get the bomb.
open.
He could sneak it out dito sa B site. No way. No way that this is gonna be a plant. Magisk, just make as much noise as possible na hindi maririnig yung pagbukas ng pinto. And I think they heard it 100%. That is gonna be a bomb plant down. Numbers are being typed. Sites are being rushed. Tignan natin kung ano pwede mangyari dito. Di naka-plant para kay Zaibu, pero does get the double dink dito kay Electronic. Magisk na 1 na rin si
way.
Pit. That is 2 people on towards the site. 10-second defuse. Oh my god, Zaibu! Opening the door to a one-tapping. Grabe naman yun. That was a well-needed round para dito sa Vitality. And oh my lord. Magisk with the turnaround as well dito sa ating site. Zaibu playing that situation to perfection, my friend. Grabe naman yun. Boom. Perfect was gone just like that. Grabe naman yun.
God, it wasn't planted for him kasi it didn't really need to like play for the post plan anyway. He
Yeah,
just
he
wanted
wanted the
to force
cross.
the fight na lang. He wanted the cross, yeah, exactly. The shot doon pa lang sa window, it was perfect sa kung sino yung lalabas pa lang doon sa key doors. Plus, that long-range tap from Simple, man. I mean, if there was one way for you to force out yung force buy, you give like the A1S, one of the best guns in the game, to the best player in the world. Yung sinasabing si Simple, malay mo naman. Di ba?
Hindi pa natin alam. The awards are not given out just yet. Hindi ko nga alam kung sino ba yung number 1 in the world right now.
I think it's Jay.
Both NaVi and Vitality are kind of on a downturn sa kanilang mga major appearances.
That's
And
right, it's
also
Jay.
sa main tournament. It could be Jame. Pwede. Jame was pretty nuts nung major, to be fair. Like, he was on another level type guy. Yung si Jame na nakita natin sa major.
Jay
Might
pa
see
yung
it again
bagong
soon. The guy, the fact na wala pa rin silang. Wait, at this point, any org, bro. Please, bro. Oh wait, they technically have an org.
Kind
Pero
of.
you know, someone buy them out.
Tama.
Siguro. I don't know. One of yung mga medyo mayayaman na esports team dyan. They did buy si Kenny S recently actually. So,
Oh.
I would say definitely everyone is on the market. Spinks is gonna get itong si Electronic. Just a quick, cheeky B-site plant para dito sa Vitality. Not much fights other than dito sa outside. Galing dito kay Simple, but it was only Apex, so it did not matter at the end of the day. And, yeah, itong NaVi, they're just trying to collect some of these rifles siguro.
Hindi lang. Just some damage. At the very least. Get a bit more before this round blows over. Double digits agad for Team Vitality. Now that the bomb has exploded in a matter of seconds. NaVi, they have never moved an inch off of 7 ever since the second half. Napansin mo yun? And just to talk it up a little bit, yung push ng first pistol dun sa second half for Vitality was reminiscent to how NaVi approached this first half or this first round. Nung pagpasok pa lang dito sa nuke, they also did the same push dun sa vents, which was a little bit cleaner on NaVi's side, a bit of an edge on their end. But Vitality's, I'd say, star power from Zaiwu saved everything that gave them that big push towards their momentum. Now, again, a push onto the A side. Zaiwu, a Mac 10 entry frag, clean as it can come, but Bit just swallows it up, a 1-for-1.
Yep, 8 HP and a dream for the man with the Mac 10. And 1 minute and 30 on the clock. Pero meron na silang control dito sa site to playing Overseer dito sa may marsh area natin. And where is the goddamn bomb? It is in the hands of Spinks. Not priority delivery, that is for sure. He's taking his sweet time para sa pagpasok dito sa A site natin. And I'm just as confused as Magis right now. Where is the plan? Where are the numbers being typed? SDY na dito nga sa may heaven side natin. Nakalagpas na yung isa. Oh,
No!
SDY gets 2. But
Dalawa.
Zaibu. Look at Zaibu. Look at Zaibu. Pero Simple. Oh, spot him out! Dupree has quite the job to do, my friend. Pero nakaplant naman para sa kanya dito. Alam niya na, andito pa si SDY sa taas. Nade is gonna go through. That is a dead simple, my friend. Oh, unless
Oh, never mind.
he manipulates the nade, pare. The shrapnel, sakto hindi sa kanya makakarating dito. That's gonna be 1. That's gonna be 2. I mean, it was just laid out para dito kay Dupree yung clutch na to. 7-11. It's gonna hurt para sa economy ng Vitality. But, yeah, they're just gonna buy up again dito sa ating next round. 9k pa naman dito si Zaibu with that Mac 10. NaVi now has access to that AWP. Pero, will it make a difference?
Yeah. I mean, at this point, Vitality, mataas na yung moral nila. Even though SDY had the perfect recovery dito, on top of Raptors, it was just not enough. Dahil low na din naman si SDY tsaka si Simple. Plus, Simple would have made the world of difference if he actually won that head-to-head laban dito kay Dupree. Kaso, it's not happened. Low na rin tong GOAT natin for CSGO. The fact that they also have lost the pressure game means that Vitality, they're just free to sink their teeth in Magisk. But one, Zaiwu with a second para sa Vitality. Pagpasok sa A-site, it's just free for them. It's just free for taking. Minsan na lang, konti na lang. Nandun yung bomba, ipaplant na lang. It's a bit delayed compared to like how they did in the previous game. But nevertheless, they get majority of the picks. Tatlo bigla. Nawala na parang isang iglap lang para sa NaVi. Now that they got the bomb down, they further dominate yung A-site against them.
That could possibly be another round para dito sa Vitality. So potentially, they can get 13 3 rounds away. Their T side has been surprising so far. I mean, it's just been NaVi falling apart at the seams every time napapasok nga dito. Ang Vitality Spinks looking for more dito sa may outside. And if they can get itong si Bit and si Perfecto, that's just going to be bad news for the side of NaVi. These two rifles can really turn the tides dito sa ating next round. And you want to keep them in your hands as much as possible. Pero Vitality, naku po, one quick entry dito sa ating A-site and it was just all over. 12-7. Apex looking stressed like usual. Ano ba naman? It's not over till the 16, my friend. Mas stress ka talaga trying to call this goddamn map. But yeah, it seems like yung ibang Vitality members dito, they're starting to wake up, especially itong si Dupree, man. I mean, it's been him and si Magisk in that last map, and Magisk is currently top fragging para sa kanyang team, actually 19-10 para dito sa Vitality. Flexible, man. He can do everything.
Yeah, not only be the anchor, not only be the lurker, but he can also be the NG. Kahit nandun sila sa CT, he was just that aggressive. This time, let's count on him to para makuha niya yung picks dito. Sa smokes, again playing around the close proximity. Spinks has found himself in enemy lines. Pagtalikod niya, nandun si Perfecto, pero buti na lang. Nakapag-move na siya agad. Ripo, pabalik doon sa kabilang side. Agad-agad into the care of Bit. Kasama niya agad yung comrade niya dito sa NaVi. Apex at saka si Spinks sama-sama para makuha yung secret control. Pero, oh man, Vitality are ready for this. They could just double swing this. But Perfecto, he's just too impatient. Papasok siya dito sa crosshairs. Apex at Spinks,
that's game
they
over.
dominate the two players. At tatlo biglang picks for Vitality. They got B-site all on lockdown. Si SDY at si Electronic all stuck doon sa A-site bigla.
Ayun lang. SDY, Electronic. Electronic had a good position as well. He was outside. He was playing hot the entire time. And Spinks getting thrown a friendly nade galing sa kanyang teammate dito. But I think it is just gonna be a cheeky save para dito sa NaVi. It's gonna be heartbreaking para sa kanila. I mean, they expected this to be their half. Pero Vitality so far dito sa kanilang T-side have made things very difficult para dito sa NaVi. I mean, I like the small adjustment yung ginawa dito ni Apex on the fly of helping his teammate na lang dito sa may secret side. And, you know, baka yung NaVi nasa isip nila, okay, wala na masyadong noise dito sa B. Let's try to push back up again para mas maganda yung defense natin dito. But unfortunately, the timing was not theirs. 13-7. Vitality 3 away from winning etong map number 2. Direk, ano yung pick natin? Ano yung pick natin dito? NaVi? Oh my God. My
Well,
My bad, NaVi Nation.
you know what? That's on me. Ako ang kukuha ng responsibility. Sinabi ko din naman, this was like NaVi's map pick. And historically hindi lang ito yung map pick ng NaVi. Ito yung mapa ng NaVi as a whole. Kaya malaki yung confidence for a lot of the odds. Kaso maybe putting ourselves a little bit more confident dito. Maybe too confident. Kasi yung Vitality, man, their mid-round calling, their adaptation, where you could just see that NaVi can never predict about Spinks, man. Spinks is just on a different level.
That call from Apex, to be fair, grabe. You could see how experienced the guy is at the game. Na he's just like, oh, you're kind of stuck at the vent. Sige, try natin i-push yung secret. He does not even know na fully cleared out na yung secret dito. He just went for it. And he sees plays, man, ahead of time. Pero titignan pa natin, can they close it out against a NaVi? We'll just have to wait and see. Pero NaVi, medyo malayo pa ang kanilang pupuntahan dito if they want to get back into this game. 7-13. That is a 5-round lead, my friend. And pag nadagdagan pa yan ng isa dito sa Vitality, then that is gonna be a 7-round lead. Oh, actually, it is a 6-round lead, my bad. Numbers.
That's not mathing.
Math's not mathing at 4 in the morning.
Tama.
Pero,
Like
boot nilang 8 p.m. ang mga cast. Big 8 p.m. asterisk. 8
Depende
p.m.
pa yun.
asterisk pa.
Depende pa yun. Depende yun sa pag nag-game day pa, yung first game. Pero, pagpasok ni SGY, they got the 1-for-1. Spinks at least trades it immediately. Na-pick up agad ni Perfecto yung M4. So, not all is lost. Maybe a bit of damage dito kay Magix, but doesn't really net them the frag dito. Vitality are still on fire. They can still try to shape yung battlefield ng A-site dito. You got the short range angle na na-set up agad ni Perfecto. But you gotta consider the amount of HP that he does have. Zaiwu. Oh! Sobrang lucky ng spray and eventually Perfecto walks into his bullets. While Apex nandun sa Raptors nakapaghanap dito kay Electronic. Where SDY, he was already found a bit and simple. Try to follow. Kaso, ang Vitality nakuha agad yung A-site and on the brink of getting 14 against NaVi.
Yup. 7-14. Simple. Ooh, even getting itong si Spinks. So, AK-47 acquired. Thank you very much, sir.
Salamat.
So, makakaalis na siya dito with a bit of better weaponry. Meron siyang gift dito para kay Bit for that next round.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Meron pang op dito yung NaVi. So, they're gonna go all in dito sa next round. Wait, so if that... I'm not saying they lost. I'm not saying they lost, pare. Pero pag natalo yung NaVi sa Vitality on Nuke, that just means na ENG is just the best Nuke team in the world. Yun talaga yung tunay na fact dito. Kasi if you guys can remember, the only team to beat itong Vitality ba? Yeah, the only team to beat Vitality dito sa Nuke, which was one of the 2 Nuke maps na nilaro nila dun sa Major. ENG was that one team that knocked them out. Yun talaga yung pinaka shining achievement of all years. Spinks was there.
Spinks was there.
Talked so much smack nung cast na yun, to be fair. As an ENG fan even, I was livid, bro. But that was a good time though. That was a banger of a major, to say the least.
Oh, a good time. But Magix, he's not enjoying that. That's a quick entry. Galing dito kay Bit. Already finding himself doon sa may entry. Already falling back doon sa teammates niya sa NaVi, man. You already saw that maybe NaVi are faltering. Maybe it's out of the game now where the pressure is on for them. Communication issues. Synergy. Maybe not the best. You could put the blame on anybody, pero at the end of the day, it's a team game. So NaVi takes the brunt of everything dito. It's not just one player.
Yeah, I think as long as Simple has the op, anything can happen. Para dito sa NaVi. Yeah, pwede pa, to be fair. But will this mean Zaiwu is gonna pull out the AWP for his squad? Outside is definitely a good option para dito sa side ng Vitality. Blocking so many angles off para dito sa op ni Simple. But at the same time, they need that secret control. And they finally get it. Yun lang. A bit of a mistake galing dito kay Electronic in terms of the timing and meron ng access dito si Dupree sa loob. And is this gonna be kind of an on-the-fly 8-take? No, Perfecto is gonna prevent itong outside control from going a bit too wild. Simple, kind of recognizing that there's something happening dito sa my latter side natin. Pero Apex a bit too fast for his own good. And Simple trying to run away as fast as possible. But instead is gonna fight this one! What a 3K galing dito kay Simple. Go thinks himself another highlight reel for the channels dito sa ating YouTube. Pero yun na nga. 8-14. NaVi, kagaya nga na sinabi ko, as long as Simple has the up, anything is possible. And Vitality having to fight another round.
It was a perfect win streak for Vitality on D side. That ultimately broken because of Simple's maneuvers dun sa ramp pa lang. We already smelt yung push nila dun sa ramp since they were running out of time. They already made presence doon pa lang sa papunta sa ramp anyway. So I think Simple was just at the right place at the right time. If it was any other player, they would have faltered under the pressure because it was like 3 people running at you. Pero it's Simple, and he definitely delivered when they needed it.
Yup. Ooh, little cheeky Ben's crunch. Yun lang, di nakadaan dito si Madis na maayos. SDY getting some freebies dito sa ating A side. That's a gun buy, by the way. Zaiwu na lang natitira. Him and his trusty AK-47 and a Molotov. Definitely a possibility since it's Zaiwu. If he kills Bit.
If he kills Bit. Oh,
he was holding it early. Lang. 9-14. NaVi though. Somehow, someway, live and alive. Electronic skin looking extra healthy for Blast. That's for sure. My man is looking way smoother than he was at the major.
Less stress. Less stress.
NaVi powered by Aquitaine. Nako po. 9-14. NaVi somehow back in this game, man. I mean, basta may off talaga si Simple, anything can happen, but the leeway of making mistakes is pretty small, pero hindi naman takot si Simple na gumawa ng mga ganun na type na plays.
Yeah, definitely. Ito na yung fearlessness na lalabas si Simple. Now he has the AWP, the confidence rising up para dito sa NaVi, pero Spinks can spoil the party. Mas lalo na naharap niya si Perfecto trying to leap on down. Pasok dun sa may A side, Spinks again, impactful frags all around, but SDY with the flick. Actually, with the swing dito kay Spinks, already getting the 2 versus 3
Wait,
dahil Apex was quick enough. What?
Wait, B is open.
Yeah, madali na lang makuha yung B. At si SDY, he's a little bit late to the party. He can try to put a little bit of resistance, kaso nahanap ni Dupree from Catwalk. Simple, got the AWP, quick shot dito kay Magis. Oh, but he has to deal with one more. Doon, pero the quick tap all the way over to default, man. Gayang-gaya.
What is going on? I'm dying. Pero yun na nga, 9-15. Spinks, how? Oh my God, no, Perfecto. No wonder Blade was yelling at him kanina. He was like, your name is Perfecto, you can't even hold the angle perfectly, man. Come on, bro.
Are you even perfect?
Guy. Oh man, Dupree must have felt like a god nung nakuha niya shot. Usually you don't peek that wide, especially pag kalaban mo si Simple, man. Like you see him for a second and you are dead immediately, pero Dupree is like, F it, man.
I mean,
you just shoulder it.
Ganda ng game sense sa pagpatay niya kay SDY. Di ko din na-blame na. Okay. Sige, isa pa. Dali. Labas tayo dito sa double doors. Ay, si Simple pala kalaban ko.
Yeah. I think people forget na Dupree is one of the 5 reasons why, Simple did not have yung kanyang era. Yeah, way back when the Thanos of Danes ang pinagsama. And then, they had the era themselves. Pero yun na nga. Vitality on match point. And meron pa namang off dito si Simple. Definitely a possibility still. Pero si Zaiwu galit na. Sabi niya, I will buy an up myself. I will get this man off the map. If it's the last thing I do.
Tapusin na. Ito na yung tamang chance para sa Vitality. Off the back of this AWP from Simple, maybe they can make something out of it. But ZywOo has his own AWP, but it's the AKs from Magis. But Simple, there you go. It's impact. At pagbalik agad dito sa B, man, tamang reposition lang. Already, you can feel the impact all the way over to Vitality. Just teetering away, palabas doon sa secret where that was the initial plan. No. Punta na lang dito sa T-spawn or City spawn para makuha yung control doon sa lobby. Possibly sandwich on through. You got the shot from ZywOo, but doesn't hit anything dito kay Perfecto, who's dealing with as much damage. But SDY, Simple, they got 2. But Apex nandito agad na neutralize si SDY. They still have to deal with Simple and the rest of the squad. Bit finding Apex, just the apex of that. Spinks alone, a 1v3. Kind of impossible.
Bomb, he missed the jump. Oh, he didn't. The edge bug did. What?
No.
Alright. That's one. Oh,
Okay.
Spinks. This is the
For
contract
16.
extension right here. We're seeing right now. Oh. Don't be great. Don't be great. Oh my god. No way Simple is gonna peek that. Oh my god. Spinks, you
Surely
mad lad.
not.
Surely not. Oh my god. He wiped
God.
You see the man crouching? That man is opping a bajillion%. Not like this. Pero yun lang, 5 and 19 or 15 and 9. Makes it my numbers up already. Pero 15 and 10 is gonna be the score. Simple once again on that up. No one was looking dito sa my secret area at all. Spinks attempting, but unfortunately could not do the job all the way through. Pero yun lang. Vitality having to sweat the next 5 rounds possibly dito sa ating game. And having to eco one of them already. Naku po, I mean, these rounds are gonna start to falter para dito sa side ng Vitality. If they cannot fix their D side immediately, that one round, they only need one round, man.
Just one more. Just one more. You can feel the sweat. Nararamdaman mo na. Nararanasan or at least na-feel mo yung pressure para dito sa Vitality. Ngayon naka-pistols lang. Dupree now on that scout. Let's spot out one of these players trying to put some outside pressure. Kaso, man, with the shot, I think konting presence at least it does make them cautious sa pagkuha ng outside pressure, but you just cannot count out yung Vitality. Kahit yung mga short range gun or yung mga shorter guns nga dito though. With the hut now being in contention, lobby could be the focus again for Vitality. At NaVi have been forcing Vitality to make these cheeky pushes happen ulit. A-side again being the focus could be the possibility. Kaso, Simple again, AWP. But, yung one tap ni ZywOo, that makes the difference. They eliminate the AWP, but at least they find ZywOo in the process. A 4 versus 4. Dupree eventually lands the shot dito kay Electronic, and this is
Spinks
the
though.
huge possibility para makuha yung A-side push. Spinks na kanina pa nandito sa loob ng A-side. Hindi pa nakiklear out ni SDY na sobrang anxious kung saan yung position ni Spinks, who strikes him nang hindi
Not
pa
again.
tinitingnan yung right side of the silo. But at least it makes impact. A double papunta kay Spinks at Apex. Into the 2 versus 2. They at least falter. Perfect shot. Perfect timing. Spray transfer palabas. And then 11 to 15. Again, extending. Nuke para sa NaVi.
Kinabahan yung NaVi on that is for sure, but my man did not pass the bomb to the right person and was not looking up. Pero yun lang. ZywOo though still creating the situations para sa kanyang team. Yun lang. Spinks a bit too slow on the trigger siguro. Hindi na nakuha dito si Bit on towards the heaven side. It was a good try. Galing dito sa side ng Vitality, but now they can go for the 5 AK buy. I mean, last time medyo eco sila doon. But this is gonna start to hurt trend dito sa NaVi. Look at their money, man. I mean, one bad win galing dito sa NaVi, and this could be them losing the access to the op, which has been winning yung kanilang mga rounds dito.
Yeah. And that's a huge amount of damage if ever you lose that up. But what about the rifling out from Bit? He does make impact dito kay Spinks. Already eliminated. Apex to get that double.
Wait, how did you get Perfecto?
This
What?
is a start. How did you get that shot, Apex? That was gorgeous. SDY, close range angle. Close range tap from Dupree. And suddenly it becomes that
It's
question,
over, I think.
can NaVi hold on? Bit with a double kill, kaso nagpa-plant na ng bomba ang Vitality. Simple, kakalabas lang ng vents, nakita si Dupree, close range angle, no scope papunta kay Magisk. And naging possible pa nga, Apex on a 1v2. They can turn this around. He can
Planted
turn
for him.
this completely. It's planted for him pa nga. Pero, Simple just is too patient. Hindi niya kailangan mag-peek agad palabas dito sa main. Bit has already gone on the cross. Apex.
He has a flash.
Nakuha agad si Simple. He has a flash. Bit has the kit though, but Apex has the shot. Apex shutting down NaVi. What was meant to be their map pick, what was meant to be their destined win, yung Team Vitality. Against all odds, a 2-0 para manalo against Natus Vincer.
Alam ko, nagkaroon ng moment dun si Apex when he got that 1v2 that he was just all quiet. It was like, am I that guy? Am I just that god? Siguro. I would feel like it if I beat itong NaVi on Nuke as well. Jesus, man. Apex leading the charge para sa kanyang team. But in terms of the frags, it is going to be Spinks 22 and 17 for his squad. Magisk 21 and 16, not too far behind Zaiwu 18 and 11. This isn't even the best showing galing dito kay Zaiwu, man. And Vitality is winning games like this. Grabe naman.
I think it's like the conversation that people have between why Simple is the best and why Zaiwu is still like top 2 or top 3. I think it's because Simple has like the highest of ceilings compared to like
yes, the
Zaiwu.
high ceiling. Like,
But
out of
Zaiwu,
any
yeah,
player.
the highest ceiling. Pero Zaiwu has the highest floor. Like even though this is not like the best of showings for Zaiwu, he still had impact. He still has yung isa mga pinaka-impactful na AWPs. When you got Magisk and Spinks doing the helm for you, doing like brunt of the work kahit hindi nag-hit ng every shot, it still counts. Even though like nandito yung pressure from trying to exceed tong si Simple from Zaiwu, you have a good foundation around you para at least hindi ikaw, parang hindi Zaiwu and friends na lang yung Vitality katulad ng dati. Now it's Magisk at saka si Dupree na natutulong sa kanya, plus yung firepower ni Spinks na definitely has become a huge impact dito sa best of 3 pa lang dito.
Yep. And there it is. Vitality 2-0 in the Group B opening round dito sa ating Blast World Final. Of course, in Abu Dhabi. OG and Vitality are gonna find themselves dito sa ating upper final on that Group B bracket. Lower final, medyo deja vu. It's Heroic and Natus Vincer meeting once again for their tournament lives. Doon naman sa best of 3 na yun. We're just gonna have to wait and see what is gonna happen. I think this is today. Oh, so 4 series pa rin mamaya, no? God damn.
Yeesh, okay.
Ay, ngayon ko lang nakita yung sketch. Pero okay lang yun, guys. More CS. And yeah, more of this na nakikita natin ngayon. Pero yun nga, of course, Vitality, besting it out. Sino kaya MVP? Probably, di ko alam. Actually, it's gonna be a pretty close tie. Pero, Magis could be a good candidate, no? Zaiwu medyo consistent, pero he wasn't on the top of the scoreboard, that's for sure. The entire time. Pero feeling ko, yeah, it could be Magisk. Honestly. Dito sa series natin, he played this one very, very well. If you were gonna go with Impact siguro, I would say Apex, bro. Apex sa dalawang maps natin has been kind of crazy. I mean, Nuke medyo quiet siya nung nagsistreak yung NaVi, but he's been getting these rounds that are winning yung team niya, some of these rounds. Like, some of these openings galing dito kay Apex are crazy.
God, if only hindi nagka-count yung if only nagka-count actually yung calls, kasi that usually would be like the biggest impact an IGL could put. And so far sa mga calls na ginawa niya from Inferno now into Nuke, man, impactful across for Apex. Pero yeah, I mean, Vitality winning it out 2-0, very surprising, but of course with the rise that they had, it's definitely not the most surprising, I would say, in the series so far. Yung MVP natin, ilalabas presented to you by Rivalry, mga kaibigan. Is it going to be Magisk? No,
What?
it is Zaiwu. What?
Wait.
Okay. All right.
Wait lang.
You know what?
There's some magic going on right now in the background, tas di lang natin nakikita. Is it actually? Yeah, he did 46 and 20. What do you mean? Ano ba yan? Scam. Scam, bro. Sino ba gumawa ng... Sino gawa ng MVP, pare? Ikaw ba, Direk? Hindi pala. Hindi daw si Direk, guys. So, hindi po kami ang may kasalanan na si Spinks dapat ang MVP. 51 and 35. 85 ADR.
Hindi ito yung ends bias.
Dito yung ends bias. Yung rating lang yung difference. Whatever, man. Zaibu can have it. Spinks can have the MVP trophy. Tignan na lang natin at the end of this tournament. Pero yun nga, Vitality with a big dub. They're gonna be facing OG tomorrow. So that's gonna be very interesting. So make sure to tune in tomorrow. Make sure to like yung Focus Fire Gaming the page, FB, and also subscribe dito sa ating YouTube. I think we hit 20k, 21k or 22k something recently. So thank you for all the support sa lahat ng mga international fans natin. Thank you. And make sure to check out our socials as well. Sneaky Frogcasts on everything. Facebook, Twitter, and on Twitch. Hopefully making active ako ulit sa Facebook. Because, we go on all platforms. Pero yun naman, Dad Femina on Facebook and on Twitter if you want to find him. And that is it para sa amin dalawa. It has been quite the banger of a few series, pero kailangan na namin matulog for the next few ones. So this has been... Yeah, that's for sure. Naka-ready na, naka-aircon and everything. Pero, ayun nga, that is it for the Blast Premier World Final in Abu Dhabi, of course. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
More CS.
3, 2, 1.